Hello, everybody. Welcome back to was this episode 4? Technically,
Yes.
of the Anime Mystics podcast.
Hello.
I'm Roman.
Hello. This is Steven Sanosuke-sama. Happy New Year. Welcome back.
Yes, Happy New Year, Happy Valentine's Day, Happy all that stuff
All
that
that.
we missed.
All that stuff. The whole holiday list.
So, I'm sure you all noticed that we did not make the deadline. We said we were going to record an episode 4, which was, I think, January something.
Yes. Something like that, yeah.
Stuff happened. Mainly my move happened, and it kind of threw everything off. So it took us about 2 months to get everything situated to where we can actually meet up and do an episode.
Yeah.
But because of that, we got a lot to talk about.
Oh, man. It's going to be a long one. You can go get your energy drinks.
Yeah.
Caffeine. This is...
Get your energy drinks, your your caffeine pills,
Man.
your
This is...
morphine shots.
Yeah. You're gone for like, 2 months, and just like the world changes. Like, it does a 180 completely. It's like, wow.
I was joking about the morphine, by the way. Don't take drugs.
Drugs are bad, okay? No morphine. No morphine. But yeah.
Yeah, we got, man, since we did our last episode, what was it, the fall anime season ended?
Mm-hmm.
Winter anime season is already halfway through most of their shows.
Yeah, we were just simply speculating at that time.
Yeah.
Just kind of talking about it.
But yeah, I do want to apologize for how long it has been for an episode to come out. I always hate actually giving a date and then missing it.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, are they even going to still listen?
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to make it up to the public. We'll have to give them everything that they want and expect out of a podcast like this, and we'll make it as fun and lively as possible, so you guys can forgive us. And you know, it's funny that you're bringing this up because real briefly, I wrote this down, and I wanted to brief you on it. So, do you have any resolutions for 2019? And if you don't have to say particularly personal ones, but let's keep it related to Anime Mystics. Do you have any resolutions that you'd like to do for us here in the Mystics?
Well, I would like to get a lot more subscribers. Right now we're at almost 4,100 subscribers.
Wow.
I would like to try to get us up to maybe 6 or 7 by the end of the year. With the amount of subs we've been getting, I think that's possible.
Okay.
Especially if we actually do One Piece reactions like we keep planning on doing. Which, again, we've missed 3 weeks on that, and I'm sorry.
Wow. Yeah, that's understandable.
We did a 21 episode marathon, like back in January, finishing off one of the arcs. Well, the fight in the arc. And we decided, we're going to take a break next week because that was we were up till like 5 a.m.
Man.
And after that, my cousin got food poisoning, so couldn't come up. And then there was a family emergency this week, so we couldn't record. So all stuff that I have no control over. Yeah. But still, I know you all are waiting on it, and I'm sorry again for missing One Piece reactions. I get comments on all of my videos. When's One Piece coming out? I'm like, whenever we can get together.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if all of you know this, but my cousin and I live an hour and a half away now, and I have to pick her up and drive her up there.
Wow.
When we record, so
it's a lot of coordination.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thankfully, I work in Fremont, so when I get off work Saturday, I just go and pick her up.
Okay.
In San Leandro.
Right on. Okay. All right. I like that. I like the 6K, 7K subs goal. I think that's doable. I think we could do that.
I think we could do that.
We will, on our end, we'll definitely put out some content to make sure you guys keep coming back. And, spread the word. If you guys really like this, definitely, tell others that you think might be interested. Or, again, we're always open for the conversation and the engagement. So if you think, like, hey, they said something dumb, my friend hates that, so I'm going to go tell him, and he's going to get triggered, and he's going to engage these guys. I say let's do that. Let's, like I said, we're all about the conversation and all that. So
and
spread the word by all means. You know, it doesn't all have to be roses and positive. You know, we won't grow until we hear the other side. So, you know, if you guys ever want to express different opinions, or if you guys like Roman likes Luffy and you're like, I'm a Sanji main, then, you know, tell Roman that. I'm sure Roman would like to engage in that conversation.
Yeah.
So,
or just don't, because I don't like you anymore. No, I'm kidding.
well, wow. And that's only between Luffy and Sanji. Can you imagine if it was his waifu? Man, be over. No. I'm gonna take a guess. You're a Boa Hancock, aren't you?
Yeah, that's a good guess. That is exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, I actually have multiple in One Piece because there's so many to choose from.
A lot.
It's like I got Boa, Perona, Vivi, and I guess one of the more recent characters, Koala.
When I stopped watching after the Crocodile arc, so this was after Alabasta.
Oh, Nico Robin too. Gotta add her in there.
Of course, the standard, the usual, the go-to. So I'm down with Vivi. I agree with Vivi. But when I was in Japan last year, no, 2 years ago, when I was there with my brother, and we randomly saw an episode of One Piece, Sanji's sister had it going on.
Oh, Raiju?
I don't know that. What's her name?
Raiju.
Raiju?
Yeah.
Yeah. She had it going on.
She's nice.
Yeah. So I like I said, I'm not caught up on One Piece, but sign me up. I'm down with that one.
I have to see her in anime form first, though. I've only read the manga, so I have to see how her mannerisms are in the anime.
Got it.
To see if she gets added to the list of the many waifu I have in One Piece.
Got it. So I guess again this goes back. This is the kind of stuff that we would love to see you guys engage with. Mention it in the comments. Personally, I was just telling this to Roman earlier today that I'm trying to get the page up on Facebook and liven it up a little bit. Maybe get some shit posts and memes going on in there. Just kind of keep that active and engaging. So if you haven't, be sure to check out the Anime Mystic page on Facebook. Give it a like, give it a follow. I believe there's a way to hit the see first once we get the content coming out more consistently, so you guys will be up on all the memes and all that. I have a very broad sense of humor, if you haven't been able to tell by now. So I share a lot, and I share from all sorts of different shows and video games and stuff. So I try not to just do one thing or one joke or one game or whatever. So I'm going to try to, my resolution in regards to the Anime Mystics is I'm going to try to become more consistent with sharing content on the Facebook page. Maybe if this gets bigger, maybe we'll branch out into Twitter and Instagram as well. We'll see. I am finding myself with some free time, but because this is so foreign to me, having free time, I don't like to do anything. I end up just like I make all these big plans, and then I just end up just sitting there. It just feels good to just not do anything.
Yeah.
So, but I'm if Roman is going to come out there and crank out these episodes for YouTube, then I think that I can pick up some of the weight on the Facebook page too. So, that's my resolution for the Anime Mystics.
Also, videos will be coming out more consistently now.
Excellent.
I have to pretty much record everything on Sundays, but I'll be releasing them throughout the week. So you all have something to watch on like the weekdays. And not just the weekend.
Excellent. Nice.
Also, we do have a Twitter. But the only thing that gets posted on there are the videos.
Okay.
For now.
That's cool.
Until we actually get more content or something to post on there. Sometimes I'll share something about Bang Dream or like a news article about anything that I find interesting about that's in the anime industry or something like that.
Okay.
But for the most part, the videos just get put up there and, whenever I upload them, they automatically go up to Twitter. So
excellent.
So that's pretty much it. Instagram, we have one, but we don't really do much with it.
Okay. So yeah, I think that might be something that 2019 is going to be worked on. Just a giant overhaul of the social media.
Yeah.
So okay. Well, cool. Yeah, we have some plans. We have some resolutions. Mm-hmm. All right.
And as far as you were saying about the discussions, there might be a lot of that in this episode.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. If you guys, by the way, bring a pad and a pen. You got a notepad and a pen. You guys might want to take some notes. There'll be a lot being thrown around here and a lot of ranting.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that going on. Again, it's been a month, 2 months.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, and it's like week 6, week 7 of anime right now for the season.
Yeah.
So this time has been like passing on. So a lot of things have been flying on. So all right, let's get started. I'm gonna mess with you guys because I actually wrote Shield Hero on the top because I mean it's Shield Hero. It's Sword Art Online 2019. Let's be honest. But I'm not gonna start with Shield Hero. I'm actually gonna save Shield Hero for the end. So I'm bumping it down, and instead I'm gonna start with Slime. Are you caught up on Slime?
Yeah, I just caught up yesterday. No, Saturday. I caught up Saturday.
I believe I'm 2 episodes behind. I stopped when the new giant devil beast was showing up.
Charybdis?
Yeah, and I was like, Now I haven't read the anime. Is this pretty still following the manga, or is this an anime only thing?
I have not read the manga or the light novels or anything. So all this is new to me. It's all blind. Every time I'm watching it, I'm blind on it.
Got it. Okay.
So we're in the same boat with that.
Okay.
I'm sure if it was though, somebody would have mentioned that it's pretty much filler.
Okay.
But nobody has. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's part of the actual story.
Okay. Okay. Fair. So I will also bring up that. So I made the joke, right? Or I made the discussion / joke that when Slime came out, I was kind of like, oh, this show is kind of stupid. It sucks. And then the ogres showed up, and I was like, never mind, I'm in. Ogre girls. And then we met the lizard people. And then we were talking about how the Gabiru, voiced by Kazuma from Konosuba, we all laughed, ha 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 ha. And then his sister became a dragon girl, and I'm like, fuck, maybe I jumped the gun on the ogre girls. Maybe I should have waited for the dragon girls. So, if you want to talk about waifu bait, I never saw Slime becoming waifu bait. And maybe that's why there was no waifus for the first 10 episodes. Just kind of bait you in there, and then it's all like, oh, by the way, boom, waifus.
Yep.
And it's really it kind of started with the Shizu, with that character, where they gave Rimuru her form, whatever, the human form. And then it just seems like every 3 or 4 episodes is a new waifu now. And then now you have Milim,
yeah.
Yeah, fucking this. I don't know what that is. Lowly, flat, but it's not quite lowly. It's definitely flat, but yeah.
I'd say lolly.
You think it's a lolly? Yeah.
She acts very young.
Yeah.
She acts very childish.
Which is true, but then they make that joke though, where they're just all like, "Oh, you're not really a kid, You're." So it's like, she's like a teen, at least between 16 and 18. Probably 18 to be safe until someone busts out the manga knowledge on me.
Well, I'm pretty sure that a lolly just is, classified as a character that's flat and looks childish. And
right.
She pretty much falls under that.
Right, yeah. This is true. This is very true.
And, I'm not really into the lolly thing, so.
Yeah, which is why I'm in a weird place, too, because normally I don't do the lolly thing either. But I like Milim. I think I like the energy coming from her.
Yeah, I like her. It's just, I don't consider her a waifu.
Same. And watching the next discussion, be like, so Milim joined the harem.
Yeah.
Harem. So, but no.
Welcome to the Milim army.
Yeah, right? So I shared the meme, the episode she debuted in, where it was like, the captions showed Rimuru, and Rimuru's like, don't you think that anime always has weird camera angles? And then the bottom caption was Rimuru on the bottom, and it's just Milim's ass just right there on the top. And it's all like, what do you mean?
I remember that.
Yeah. That was internet waste no time.
No.
So, but I'm, like I said, I'm invested now. You said it's going to be 24 episodes, right?
24, 25, something like that.
So pretty much it's going to run through this season, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure it might get a second season.
Yeah.
With the way it's been going.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell, what anime is actually going to get a second season and which one's not.
Right. Especially when it's already 24 episodes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see it until next year.
Or even longer.
Yeah.
I mean, some of these shows that you get a second season 3 years after. You're like, well, I guess I'm still interested.
Well, we got Dragon Maid 2 coming out.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just recently watched that, so I'm very
Really?
excited about that.
You didn't watch it when it came out?
No, I watched it last year. Last year I watched it. I really enjoyed it.
I watched the new episode when I was in Japan.
Oh, really?
So I was on my phone on Crunchyroll? Yeah, I think I was on my phone on Crunchyroll watching the new episode in my hotel room. Because I didn't want to be left behind. So I was like, I don't care if I'm like all the way on the other side of the ocean. I'm watching this, damn it. So, yeah, so there's the manga right there. Got Lukoa right there on the side. It's Lukoa's best girl. So, but yeah, no, jumping ahead. Yeah, no, I didn't believe it at first because Dragon Maid Season 2 was just like the same joke people would use like One Punch Man Season 2. They were like, that's announced. Then you click the link and it just takes you to like Rick Astley.
Oh, those things. You know how many of those I clicked on?
Yeah, exactly.
For One Punch Man.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, you're not telling me anything.
Yeah.
Oh, there may be a second season, and then they talk about the first season for like 3 pages.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, huh. So when they first said that, oh, Dragon Maid Season 2 is confirmed, yada, 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 I didn't believe it. But later on that day, they shared the most recent manga that came out in Japan, and it was on the dust jacket that it said Season 2, like, is coming, or they confirmed it on the manga. So that's when I officially believed it.
What I saw it on Facebook, like probably like you did, where they announced it. But then I also saw it on Tokyo Otaku Mode.
Yeah,
I saw it like on there. They were announcing it as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, that must mean it's official.
Yeah, I didn't believe any of them. I literally didn't believe any of them until I think the picture came from Reddit, and it was someone that actually took in the Japanese manga from the Japanese bookstore, the Japanese vendors, and they actually said like on the dust jacket it said like Season 2, and it was like a green dust jacket. And that's when I was like, okay, now it's confirmed. That's where everyone's getting this information from. Because it wasn't, just like some troll meme or something. It was like, no, they announced it on the manga.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. I recently just picked up the last or the latest volume that's available here in America because I was missing it. And now I think the next one's coming out. I think it's like next week or sometime before the end of the month. I think. Something, I don't know, I have it pre-ordered. But we're not too far behind, apparently, from the manga launches. Like, we're almost caught up.
Oh, really?
Because, yeah, it seems like there was huge gaps in between the Dragon Maid mangas, like when they came out. So, we're almost caught up to where they're at. So, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That means we're not waiting, or we won't be waiting very much longer. But people were kind of saying that, are they going to go too far ahead? Because we won't even have we might have scanlations, but the anime is going to jump ahead to a storyline that we won't really understand, or a storyline that's not resolved in the manga. Mm-hmm. And quite honestly, I don't think that they'll do that, because I think they have enough content in the mangas that they haven't touched. And they actually did a shockingly good job. Like, Kill Annie did a good job with doing practically frame for frame the conversion from manga to anime.
Oh man, it's Kill Annie.
Yeah. They did a really good job. Like, you can literally see all the scenes in the manga represented in the anime. They ended season 1 with Toru's dad, which is what they did in the manga. But in the manga, you actually got to see that he has kind of a human form too. But they didn't do that in the anime.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, they neglected that. But maybe you'll see that in the next season. Maybe.
I'm assuming he makes more appearances then with that.
He kind of comes back, I believe, but he doesn't stick around. He comes back and then he leaves and then he's gone for good.
Like pops in here and there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The most recent storyline, which I believe is also the ending for the manga that I have, I think that's 6. I think is what I have is 7. I think I haven't finished it, but I was skimming through it and I saw at the end, but basically Kana's father shows up now.
Oh.
So first it was Toru's dad. Now it's Kana's dad. And it's like, and that was kind of the cliffhanger. And that's kind of what everyone is concerned about. Because they were like, we haven't really gotten a resolution to Kana's dad. Mm-hmm. But I think that they haven't even introduced the character Ilulu yet. Or Iruru.
No, I don't know that one.
Yeah. She's in the manga. Like, you can read, if you read these ones that are available in America, in the West, you can find out the character Irudu. And they just didn't even do that. They didn't even acknowledge her in the anime. So that's a whole story arc right there. They have more than enough content with Irudu to stretch it to 12 episodes that they don't really even need to encompass the storyline with Kana's father.
Okay.
As well as I pre-ordered the spin-off, which was Kobayashi Dragon made Elma the Office Lady.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go out on the limb here and say you're an Elma.
Yeah, you said that last time, and you were correct.
Yeah. You see, I just.
I remember you asking me.
Yeah.
You were like, "Please don't say Elma," and I was like, "Yeah, it's Elma."
Yeah, because I think that Elma is kind of a middle ground. She's not as like overbearing as Toru. She's not as One-chan as Lukoa, and she's not a lily like Kana.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she's the perfect one.
Yeah.
And she likes to eat.
Okay, so
anyway.
yeah. So Dragon Maid, good stuff. I don't know, and I wasn't big on Elma because
didn't have enough screen time.
Yeah, well, there was that too. It was like she has a cute design. I like it. The whole like, oh, she eats bread. That's so cute and all that, but she didn't do anything, and I was just so disappointed. I don't know. I feel like I've done this rant before on Elma, and I don't want to hate on Elma fans because you guys, like I said, I really want Elma to be a good character. Maybe in the next season, maybe like in Konosuba, I wasn't big on Darkness in season 1, but then in season 2, fucking love Darkness season 2. Lalatina. Damn, Lalatina almost converted me from Megumin. That's how good Lalatina season 2 was. Damn.
Well, I mean, she's my wife, so.
Damn.
As you know from Midori from
yeah.
from Uzumate, I like the masochist.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know why, but
Fair.
I like the masochists. They're
Okay.
they're funny. I think that's what it is. Like just the way they act around everybody. Like you treat them bad, and they're like, "Oh my god, please keep doing that."
I'm sorry. I can't take a straight. I just can't keep a straight face. So, yeah, I'll definitely come back to Dragon Maid as I discover more info or more tidbits. But I mean, already I think that what do you have? You have Boku Hero. You have Dragon Maid. You have Dragon Maid is this year. I don't think it's this year.
I don't know. Did they have a date?
I don't.
Or did they just announce?
I think
that
they
were
just announced
coming out. With
Yeah. But still have Boku Hero. You have the FGO Babylonia anime coming out.
Actual One Punch Man season 2.
Actual One Punch Man.
That comes out next season.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, next season.
Good. Oh, good. That's really fast.
Yeah.
Well, really fast. 5 years later, really fast. So, more like about time. That's good. There was something else that was. Oh, I don't know. It'll probably come up to me later. But yeah, there's some stuff coming out throughout the rest of the year that I'm looking forward to. So,
oh yeah.
I guess on continuing shows, still watching JoJo.
JoJo, nice.
And I actually I came to a realization that I believe the guys that are doing the opening theme are the guys that did the original opening themes from the first parts, from parts 1, 2, and 3. Mm-hmm. And I was liking the new current opening, Fighting Gold,
right,
because it felt more like the old ones. But when they were doing part 4, it was so like goofy and just lighthearted, and I was like, this is dumb. And the more I dwell on it, the more I'm just like, I think part 4 might be the weakest one for me. Like JoJo Part 4.
Yeah.
And this might generate some controversy with the Josuke fanboys. But I mean, I don't know, man. I'm just like I'm thinking about it here, and yes, I'm a dirty anime only watcher. I didn't read the manga. It's fine. You can jump on me for that. It's fine. I'll fess up to it. I'll take it. But what I've been presented with, Part 4, I think, is the weakest. You know, I used to think Part 2 might have been the weakest, but now Part 4 just kind of made me appreciate young Joseph even more. And, you know, maybe it was the general nature of it because they were all just like teenage high schoolers, and even though Josuke was supposedly Bancho like Jotaro, he wasn't like Jotaro attitude-wise because Josuke actually gave a fuck. Jotaro didn't. Jotaro was just like, "Get off me, bitch!" So and Josuke actually was like, "Hey, what's wrong? Why are you so sad? Let me make it up to you." But he was also still a normal teenage boy too at the same time. So yeah, I just yeah, but maybe it's also because too I like Italians. Like, I like the country, I like the people, I like the cuisine, I like the history, I like the artwork, I love the architecture. I actually do have a fondness for Italy and Italians and all that, and so the setting that it takes place in Italy is kind of weird.
Okay.
But, it's JoJo, it's not the weirdest thing they've done, quite honestly.
Well, I wouldn't doubt that.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of weird stuff from JoJo.
Yeah. So them just simply setting it in Italy is not the weirdest thing. And for as much of a giant weeb as I am, I actually do have a fondness for, like, gangster movies. Like, Goodfellas is actually my number one movie of all time. Like, of all time, Goodfellas is my favorite movie.
It's a good movie.
And so, Goodfellas, Godfather, Casino, what else? Untouchables. Yeah, I love the gangster ones. Donnie Brasco. So, I if I ever saw an anime that says go get your fucking shine box, I might lose my mind. So I didn't think I was gonna like JoJo Part 5. I honestly didn't. I know that it's almost like there should be a chart that says what JoJo you like, or what part of JoJo you like is just what kind of person you are, the kinds of people that like the different parts of JoJo. And maybe this chart does exist. So I in Part 5 was always like, if you liked Part 5, you were the one that was like always wearing sequins and shiny clothes, and you were the most fabulous one. And I had a kind of like, I wouldn't say I was turned off by it, but I was kind of going into it kind of like awkward. Like, I didn't know what to expect, but I've been pleasantly surprised, and I've actually found myself enjoying JoJo Part 5, and I'm happy. Like I said, it really made me second guess Part 4, because Part 4 just didn't do anything for me. Like, I saw the whole thing, and I liked Yoshikage Kira. I liked him as a character, David Bowie, haha. And, another one bites into the dust. Yes, great meme.
Wow.
And Duang, what a beautiful Duang, So I liked Kita, but it was like everything else about it was just empty. It just didn't leave me with any feelings. But Part 5, I watched Part 5, and I'm like, arrivederci, So, yeah. And then I don't know if you're not following JoJo, are you?
I am not.
Okay. In a nutshell, the most recent villain, I just saw it earlier today before we did this podcast. The most recent JoJo bad guy was voiced by Bakugo. Like, literally, okay. Bakugo. They brought him in here. They were like, yeah, when you do Bakugo, just do that and read this in Bakugo voice. And so it was so funny. It was so surreal. Like, it's like you're watching Bakugo in a JoJo, and you're just kind of like, am I watching the right show here? But it is. It is. And I mean, it is all Shonen Jump, so it's not that it's super far-fetched. It was just so funny to hear Bakugo in JoJo. Man. And so, yeah, it was, like I said, I'm in it. I'm in it. I'm going to stick through it. I'm hoping that they don't stop. I have read Part 6 of JoJo, so yes, I did read Stone Ocean, and that's the one with all the women in it. So I know, Jolene is waifu, yes. You are right. And I stopped after the introduction of Whitesnake and Pucci. But I'm happy to know that Pucci, Enrico Pucci, left JoJo and joined FGO, which we'll talk about Enrico Pucci because he's coming up in FGO. So look forward to that one later on in this podcast. But yeah, I hope that they don't stop. David Production doesn't stop. I am happy that they stopped doing JoJo so that they could do Cells at Work and make one of the best shows of 2018. But other than that, yeah, I hope that they keep doing JoJo. I hope Part 5 keeps going, because right now, like I said, I'm in it. I'm invested. I'm feeling it. and yeah, and I know that Jotaro, and Dio are in Shonen Jump All Stars, aren't they? The Jump Force.
Yeah. I mean, I was surprised that Jotaro wasn't in that other Shonen Jump fighting game, All Stars. I think it was
All Stars.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't in that. They had Jonathan and Joseph, and they didn't have Dio at all.
Okay.
So I know Jotaro and Dio are fan favorites, so yes. I was surprised. So to see him in this one is good.
Yeah, it's almost like when it comes to JoJo stuff, it's almost like torn. It's like they either use Jonathan because he was the first.
Yeah.
He's the guy that started it all. He kickstarted the whole fuck franchise. And it's just kind of like when Fire Emblem does Fire Emblem, they've put in Marth.
Yeah.
Because Marth was the first. And it's just kind of like, without Marth, we have no Fire Emblem. So when it comes to like Jonathan, without Jonathan Joestar, there is nothing. There's nothing else. So it's like that. But then behind Jonathan is like Jotaro. So it's always like those two. And yeah, I like Jonathan. Like I said, I think old Joseph is like my spirit animal. You know, he likes bitches and comic books, and he's kind of a nerd. He's kind of a dork. But you know, he cares. He cares about his family. He cares about his friends. He's not a giant, massive tool. So, you know, I should show you this right now. I'm clearing out my FGO notifications, and man, you should see these banners. They're awful. There's so much Artoria. Oh, man.
I mean, she's the best.
I mean, how are you going to be the worst one in your own franchise? Oh, well, man.
It's better than Mordred.
Whoa, whoa, oh. Wow. All right.
Fighting words, huh?
This podcast is going to end in a fist fight. So, oh man. Apparently they also they put in the challenge quests too for FGO. So yeah, we'll be discussing the challenge quests later on in this podcast.
All right.
So to wrap it up, go watch JoJo. If you are watching JoJo, I hope you continue on it. And let me know if you guys are listening to this, tell me, what's your favorite JoJo part? And if it hasn't been animated yet, what is your hope that they do or that they keep from the manga in the anime? If you're like a JoJolion guy or gal, what do you really hope that they keep? And it's okay, you can mark your post a spoiler if it's a spoiler.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm interested to see what people like from the anime, because again, I'm watching the anime, so, and if they've missed something that was in the manga that was not put in the anime as of yet, like, you know, we're in part 5 right now, if they missed something that was kind of cool in the manga, let me know, because I'm curious. I just want to know the differences and whatnot. So yeah. So
yeah, I don't watch JoJo, so
yeah,
not yet anyway. I will eventually.
It's kind of like you with One Piece is like me with JoJo. It's kind of like at this point, it's so many episodes. To go back would be such a stretch. I mean, and like I said, it's not, the older ones are really not that bad. Part 1 is very like Fist of the North Star kind of, and part 2 is also kind of pretty Fist of the North Star, but then part 3 kind of is like Yu Yu Hakusho almost. So you know, one of those.
It's Fist of the North Star with Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, very Yu Yu Hakusho-esque. Only thing they didn't do was have a tournament.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I jotted down Ace Attorney because I love Ace Attorney. It's probably a big
Ace Attorney fan.
One of my, I would say almost like top 5 franchises. And I love what they're doing with the anime right now, because they animated the 3rd game, which would have been the best game in the whole franchise had it not been for the simple fact that the first game is my favorite because it set up everything. Without the first game, the other games, all the way up to part 6, would have like no context. So by default, the first game is the best game. But just because of that, without the first game, everything just falls apart. So we needed the first game, and that's what kind of set the bar for everything else to follow. But had it not been for that, I feel the third game, which is what the anime is based off right now, hands down would have been the best. And watching Godot in action, it was a Diego in his English name, in his English American converted name, Diego Armando, I believe.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what they translated it to.
They give him a sombrero too.
No, but that motherfucker drink his coffee black. It's black like justice, man.
Ugh, coffee.
Oh, coffee's delicious.
No,
So
no, we're just disagreeing.
I know. We've been having off-air debate about everything. But they animated one of the best villains of the whole franchise in Dahlia Hawthorne, and was it Chidori, I believe is their Japanese name, because I'm going off the Crunchyroll fan subs right now. You do know that if you watch Ace Attorney on the computer, you actually can use the alternate names.
Really?
Yeah, like if you watch it, you right click on the Crunchyroll app, and then it gives you like the subs option.
Yeah.
You can actually pick like English 2, and then it changes all the names and all the dialogues to how they were in the actual like American release video games. So when like Mayoi, who's Maya, when Maya is talking and she's all like, let's go get ramen, and you convert the subs to the other subs, the alternate subs, she goes, let's go get burgers, because that's what they said in the game.
Why did I know it was going to be burgers?
Because that's what they converted it as. And I also learned too that Maya is voiced by Aoi Yuki. So I already was like, But then also, as soon as they announced the murder thought, because Chidori is kind of a thought, let's be honest.
Right.
When they announced her, I was like, okay, who did the voice? Apparently it was Makoto or Nijima from Persona. Nijima Makoto from Persona 5 did the murder thought in Ace Attorney. And I just was kind of like, oh, that's wonderful. So, I wasn't a big Makoto fan, quite honestly. I think Makoto is better than On, but I also wasn't big on On. I'm a Haru guy through and through. As a matter of fact, the more I think about it, it was like out of all the playable girls, I only really cared about Haru, and then everybody else was one of the other social link characters. So like Togo, Hifumi Senpai was great, and the Doctor Takemi, Becky was cool too. So it was like all the other social links were good, but when it came to the playable girls, yeah, Haru was the only one I cared about. Wow. Haruka, of course, voiced by Haruka Tamatsu. So 02, come on now.
Who?
And 02 from Drawing
I'm kidding. I know who she is.
You better know who she is. Fucking everyone cosplayed her. Most cosplayed 2018. So yeah, she had a couple of interesting weeks too, because apparently Sword Art is still going on. And she still is Asuna. It was her breakthrough role. But,
is that her?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we all took that job where we had to pay the bills, right?
I guess, yeah.
So, she had nothing else. She just, I was like, I'll take this role. What is it? Asuna? Okay. And now look at her now. She just got engaged, and she celebrated her birthday, and like within a week of each other, she did both of those. So, power to her. Yeah. And, she's Mama Raiko in FGO, so I.
Oh, okay.
I have a special place in my Kokoro for her. I'm getting off track real quick. Ace Attorney, if you like the games, go. Oh, and by the way, they did announce that the updated HD, real pretty looking versions are coming out on PS4. I might buy it and never play it, just because I just want to support the franchise. But I mean, like, they're like, it's Capcom being Capcom. They're trying to put it out on, like, everything. Because I think it's available on, like, iOS, Android. I still have my DS and 3DS versions down there. I don't need it. And it's a visual novel game, too. But there's no multiple endings. So, really, you play through it once, that's it. It's a one playthrough game. There's, you know all the plot points. You know the story. Yeah, so unless you really you're that kind of person that reads the book multiple times.
There's no secret ending where Ace Attorney
no.
was the actual murderer?
No, Phoenix Wright's not the actual murderer. He was a hobo.
Oh, that's good.
But, no,
I called him Ace Attorney.
Yeah. You know, it's all like, yeah, the Metroid, when the Metroid saves the day. And then the Halo, when the Halo guy comes in and saves the day. Halo guy.
Yeah. When Zelda went in.
Yeah. When Zelda rescued the princess. But yeah, go check it out. Ace Attorney, I'm following it. Let me check my list real quick. And I think that's pretty much all the stuff that's carried over from like old into the new stuff, because everything I have listed now is the new stuff.
Well, the only other one that I have listed here that was from last season was Hinamaru Sumo.
Ah, yes.
The sumo one that's been going on. It's on episode 18.
Oh,
was the last one they released. It's another one of those 24-episode anime.
Okay.
They're at the big tournament now where they're getting ready to see who becomes the high school Yokozuna.
Okay.
So that whoever wins that gets to go into an actual pro tournament to get the opportunity to become an actual Yokozuna.
Oh, wow.
Which is what the main character wants. He wants to be an actual Yokozuna, but he's too short. Apparently there's a height limit, and he doesn't meet that requirement. But he can get his shot by doing this, which is what he's doing.
I was about to say, there has to be some sort of gimmick or exception to get him in.
Yeah, which is this tournament he's in right now.
Got it.
But it's not just an individual thing; it's a team tournament with his school, so his school club. It's I don't know. I don't think enough people are watching this.
No, I haven't. I know of it because I know you keep talking about it, and it sounds fun.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't too excited when I first decided to watch it. It was recommended to me by one of our subs.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, I guess I'll check it out. I don't know much about sumo. I'm not expecting a whole lot. It's a lot of fun. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this turns out, because I don't know, it can go either way. He might win, he might lose. There's a lot of really good guys. He already lost the individual, so he's got to win the team now in order to get what he wants.
So it's one of those Shonen Jump style ones now?
Oh, it is a Shonen Jump show.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I think it's from Shonen Jump.
Wow. Okay.
So, yeah, Shonen Jump sports anime.
Interesting.
So, yeah, that's still going on. If anybody's watching that, let me know. I don't know how many people are actually watching this.
Yeah, but like I said, I know that it's still on there. I still see it on Crunchyroll. And I know that people do kind of talk about it because I see it in passing once in a while. You know, obviously with everybody being Shield Hero, Shield Hero, Shield Hero,
yeah.
Shield Hero, Shield Hero, it kind of gets lost, but people are watching it.
I think I heard this in a different video I watched, and I kind of agree with him, where if it actually came out maybe in the summer, it might have been one of the most watched anime. Because, I mean, there was still some good stuff in the summer, but it wasn't packed with slime and Goblin Slayer and all these other ones that came out. It just kind of got lost in all of the other stuff that came out in the season. Yeah. But I still think a lot more people should check it out.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's very, as most people say, masculine.
Yeah, when I was in Japan 2 years, so 2017 when I was in there, and it was in the middle of the sumo tournament. So this was March. This was March, and it was in the middle of the sumo tournament, and there was a Russian dude, apparently.
In the tournament?
In the tournament. And I actually think when I went back last year in 2018, I don't think he won 2017, but I swear that I came back and they were talking about him in the news last year and he won.
Oh.
But he was a Russian dude. So he was but he was speaking Japanese though.
Yeah.
But he was a Russian dude and he was a sumo. So he was built like sumo, doing the sumo thing. And it's for us as Americans, we don't really know, sumo's not really our culture.
Right.
But over there, it's serious business. And actually, when I went to Japan in October of last year, so 2018 October, when this was the stupidest thing I've probably ever done. I touched down at Narita Airport in Tokyo. I have a friend, my boy from Japan. He picked me up from the airport, and we actually went straight to Sumo Hall to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Oh.
from the airport straight to wrestling, and it was like a 4-5 hour show, and I was after sitting on my ass for 10 hours on the plane, and it was the seating is actually like you get a box,
right?
And you get the box, and then this is you. Like, they sell it as a box. And then you get to cram all that stuff. You can put, you can put cushions and sit on the cushions. You could do a barbecue, picnic. You know, that box is like your space. It's not like when we go to, like, an arena here and it's just, like, chairs. You know, you get a chair. No, you get, like...
shoulder to shoulder with somebody.
Yeah, no, you get a space. And that space is yours. And so... you know, even though it was being used for wrestling, that was like the sumo hall. So it was really, really interesting. So it was interesting to see it on TV and see it because it was a tournament.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily if it was the Yokozuna tournament, but it was a tournament that was going on. And then to actually go into the hall itself on a different occasion, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird too because let's be honest, all us Americans really know is E Honda.
Well, yeah, there's also Yokozuna from WWF.
Jeez, wasn't even Japanese.
Yeah, I know, right?
If I remember correctly, he might have been a relative of the Rock's family too. I think he was one of theirs.
Oh, so he's Samoan.
Yeah, I believe so. I don't quote me on it because this has been a long time.
Well, I know in the anime there's some Mongolian sumo wrestlers,
there you go.
I don't think it really matters as long as you follow the rules of the sport.
Man, I think it's basically like weight class and all that, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
No, from what I understand, they don't have weight classes.
Yeah, they don't have weight classes.
No, they don't have weight classes.
So so it's just a height requirement and
according to the anime,
height and weight. Okay.
Yeah, it's a height thing.
Okay.
Just the height.
Okay.
You have to be a certain.
Okay.
5 foot something, I think. And
Okay.
he doesn't meet that requirement, which is why they're going through the tournament and all that. But yeah,
anime.
Anime
gimmicks. All right, fair.
But yeah, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. It's really good.
Yeah, I
would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, totally. And it sounds more like it's a hype Shonen Jump series than a sumo series. So yeah, it sounds like it has potential.
Yeah,
I think.
And they do have names for their special moves. So definite Shonen Jump.
Shonen Jump, and he has to yell it out, right?
Oh yeah, he yells it out. And then they stop and they show the name on the screen. And
he does all those inner dialogues that take forever while he's being slammed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definite Shonen Jump series, just with sumo.
Oh, man.
But the only other one I had on here was Slime, and we already talked about Slime.
I'm showing Roman this FGO Ada Ufu Fufu.
Okay, well, I know 2 of them. I don't know.
It's Lukoa Christmas, Kid Gilgamesh, and Mama Raika.
The one with the creepy smile is the Christmas one?
Yes. No, that's default.
Oh, okay.
That's Christmas, that's default. And that's she actually gets like pointy teeth in one of her smiles because it's drawn by the dude who did Black Lagoon.
Oh, okay.
So he's kind of weirdo. But yeah. Ada oof 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 oof. Me and my Adas, man.
Okay, so that was the remnants of last season?
Yeah, more or less.
Did you want to talk about some of the shows that ended last season, or just go straight into this season?
I think we're ready to go because to just do rapid fire real quick. I finished Fist of the North Star, Blue Sky, finished Golden Kamui. Mm-hmm. This was about like 3 weeks into January. I finally was like, all right, I got to finish all this old shit. I have not finished Bunny Senpai. And I'm still going to, god damn it, because if I'm watching Shield Hero, I'm going to go watch fucking Bunny Senpai because I owe that to Sakuta and Mai. So I'm going to go fucking finish it, god damn it. And what else? Goblin Slayer, finished Goblin Slayer. Uzumade. I had actually finished Uzumade back in December.
Oh, so you finished
With all the shows that I finished, Uzumade definitely for sure I finished.
I just finished that a few weeks ago.
It kind of like it had a blunt ending. I feel just kind of wrapped it all up. It's all like, yeah, happy.
We're on episode 12. Just wrap it up.
Yeah, pretty much. Your wife who dunking her head in the toilet.
Yeah, that was funny. She's smiling about it. I did like her last line in the series, though. You could be meaner to me, you know.
But props to Mao, the voice actress, because now she's Shion and Slime, and Shion is Best Girl. So props to her, man.
So 2 best girls in 1 season.
Yeah, she had her birthday too, I believe, last month, and it was, you get to see all the different characters she did, and she was Miyata in Keijo, the silver-haired one, the one that used like sumo techniques. Miyata.
That's the butt one, right?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't watch that.
You know what? Okay,
I didn't watch that.
She was in there. She was like the main character's best friend, basically, the one that's also on the cover.
All right.
And then she was in Iron-Blooded Orphans as one of the rival, basically. She was technically a bad guy, but she was not really bad guy. But
she was just misunderstood.
She was kind of misunderstood. She just kind of was like used.
Okay.
But I bought her model. I have her model over there because I felt that she was a good character. They called her a monkey, so they nicknamed her Monkey.
Okay.
But Mao is a good voice actress, and so I'm looking forward to what the other stuff she does. Also, funny enough, the guy that did Goblin Slayer also came from Iron-Blooded Orphans.
Oh, really?
So yeah, this Goblin Slayer was his first time actually being the main character, because it was like he went from Iron-Blooded Orphans to Darling in the Franxx as Goro, and then Goblin Slayer was finally him as the main character, the title character. So
also they did announce at the end of season 1 that he will be returning for season 2.
Okay.
Because they said Goblin Slayer will return.
Yes. I pray that he comes back, because he got injured. Like, he finished Goblin Slayer, he finished all his lines, but then he got injured, and I haven't heard what's going on with him since. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of trippy too, because we'll get into this a little bit with the FGO Road Tour and all that.
Right.
But Kano Ueda, who does Rin Tosaka and Ishtar and Ereshkigal, she got injured.
Oh man!
And so with some of these guys, some of these guys, it's career ending when they get sick. Some of these guys just die. Like what's her name from Shimoneta, Anna, where Anna. She got sick and she just went to work. She kept working, and then boom, drops dead. She just died. And they were like, no one had a clue. They were like, oh, we just thought it was like a cold or a cough. Nah, it just drops dead. So this when they get sick or they go out on injury, it could be serious. So
yeah.
Kano Ueda, though, they announced a couple days ago that she left the hospital. So she recovered. She bailed on the FGO Road Tour because she got sick.
Well, you got to worry about your health first.
Totally. But knowing that she recovered and she was released, that's all good. So I hope that she stays healthy, because she's a great voice actress. I met her at Evo a couple years ago because she does Rachel Alucard in Blaze Blue, and so I had the opportunity to get her autograph. So, and she's a really lovely person. Super tiny. She's like 4'7". You can literally just like pick her up and take her home like a cat.
So basically, she's classified as a dwarf.
I'm over exaggerating.
Okay.
But she was a little petite. But
maybe 5 foot.
Yeah, definitely like 5 foot. Okay. and when she came out, she had it was the super most formal Japanese gear. She had on her yukata, and she even had the parasol. And this is Las Vegas, and she's in the middle of Evo, and she had her most formal Japanese gear. And I'm like, But then I see her on the FGO streams, and she's just kind of t-shirt and jeans and all that, and and this is FGO. This definitely makes more money than fucking what Evo was paying her.
Yeah.
But for this, it was just watching her in the kimono or the yukata and the parasol was just kind of whoa, all right, So, like I said, she was a very, very lovely person, very kind. And I love saying this on my Facebook, and I love saying this on my FGO chat, that I love the Babylonia Konosuba memes with I keep saying that Ishtar is Aqua and Ereshkigal is Eris, and so I always go Ereshkigal pads her chest, and I just love it. They're it's someone when they shared the artwork for Ishtar from the Babylonia anime, and someone, of course, some asshole always comes out, why'd you share a picture of Aqua? So it's It's just like I'm waiting. I'm really waiting for someone to go the whole nine and really draw these fan arts or make this like webcomic of like the cult of Ishtar. You know, and I've been making the joke. It's all like, well, you should join the cult of Ishtar. We'll teach you party tricks. Yeah, we'll teach you how to hide your giant celestial bull from the gods. Whether you'll be able to find it again, we make no promises.
What, she lose a bull?
Yes, she did. It was actually that's actually in the storyline. This might be a spoiler for those that are going to watch the anime, but real briefly, yes. So they were all like, "Oh, we just could get Ishtar's bull. Ishtar's bull will save the day, and that's how we'll defeat the big enemy." And Ishtar's like, and they're like, "What did you do?" She's kind of like, yeah, about the bull. Yeah, I don't know where it is." And so then they were like, so then fucking Gilgamesh puts her in the corner. So he's all like, "Get the fuck away!" He puts her in the corner, and he's just like, "Fuck, let's go over there. You're dead to us." And so it's like, yeah. And so it's literally, it's the Konosuba Babylonia references are just amazing, and it's like, and everyone, and it's literally the same thing too. It's like everyone bullies Ishtar and bullies Aqua, and then everyone is so nice and so sweet to Eris and Ereshkigal, and it's like, Jesus Christ, why is no one making this? Why is no one drawing this? So like,
if I had some art skills, I'd do it.
Oh man,
just say, "Come on over. We're making some Ishtar."
Just like
Konosuba meme.
It's like they're like, "Oh, you know what? You can't if you keep talking bad about my my god Eris. I'm gonna have to." And I have to tell everybody, it was like everyone legitimately thought that I actually didn't like Ereshkigal, and I was like, no, I like Ereshkigal. I actually do. I'm fully planning on rolling for Ereshkigal during Christmas. That's not it. I just love Konosuba more. So in the summer event, they further go on this, and Gilgamesh makes a clay tablet that actually reads "useless goddess," and he puts it on Ishtar. So there's crying Ishtar with this clay tablet that says "useless goddess" on it to just kind of further cement the whole Aqua Ishtar. So it's just kind of like, man.
You know, if Darkness wasn't so great in Konosuba, Aqua would probably be my favorite. Just because I feel so bad for her.
Oh.
She tries, and she just fails. Or messes something up.
There you go.
Oh, God.
That's actually game assets. That's in the game.
That's in the game.
That's in the game. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And this meme right here says, "Imagine trying to seduce the King of Heroes, but you end up getting his best friend killed instead, and now he hates you forever." So, yeah, it's that's from that'll be in the summer event. You'll get that. And so yeah, so we'll come join the cult of Ishtar. We'll teach you cool party tricks like making your giant bull disappear.
I'll join.
Yeah, just sign this contract.
Maybe I can find the bull.
No guarantees on being able to find it afterwards. Oh man, yeah. So, oh man,
that episode was hilarious in Konosuba.
Oh, I fucking love that episode so much. I love that gif of the guys just spitting. It's just like, just leave me alone. I'm part of the cult of air. God damn it. So, all right. Okay. Well, let's get back to FGO and Konosuba because there's another reference to I'm gonna make. What are you watching this season, right now? What are you watching?
This season, the only thing I've actually been able to watch this season so far, I still plan on watching others, but for right now, all I've watched anything from this season is I caught up to Minaria, friends.
Okay.
Again, because I found out the episodes were only 15 minutes, and there was only 5 episodes out, so I just watched everything for that.
Okay.
Piano no Mori season 2. I watched season 1. I really, really liked season 1. It's classical music, piano playing, and all that. So I watched the first 2 episodes of that. There's 3 out,
Okay.
but I only wanted to watch 2, and then this week I'll watch 3 and 4. I don't know. That's another one that didn't seem to get a lot of attention when it first came out, and I think it deserves a lot more attention than it's getting.
Yeah.
Bang Dream Season 2, of course. Of course I'm watching that. And I'll be watching Season 3 in October, so nobody needs to ask.
So they're just going to take a break then for the summer?
Yeah. And then back in October, they'll do Season 3.
Okay.
This season, they changed up the animation. First season was, hand-drawn and all that. This season, it's all CG. Which actually a lot of people have been complaining about, but I don't have a problem with it. I don't think it's that bad.
Got it.
Basically reminds me of High Score Girl, because that was all CG. Maybe even a little better.
Okay. I've been meaning to watch High Score Girl, actually. I know it's on Netflix, I believe.
Yeah, second season should be coming out soon, too, for that.
Excellent.
I'll definitely be watching that, too, because that was one of my favorites from when that came out. But after that, the other one I watched was the first 2 episodes of Shield Hero.
Yeah. Shield Hero gets its own segment.
Yeah, so we're going to wait on that one.
Shield Hero gets its own 40-minute discussion.
But I also plan on watching Kaguya-sama.
Yes.
I plan on watching the Quintessential Quintuplets.
Yes.
God, what was there was another one. Ueno-san. That one with the little girl that's messing with that dude comes out on Saturday with the red hair.
The Watsaten?
Maybe.
Let me you can keep going. I'm doing some quick research on Crunchyroll. Let's see if we can find out what Roman's talking about.
I'll stop you. But that one. The How Clumsy Are You, Miss...
Oh, okay.
Miss Ueno.
Okay, got it. There you go.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, that one looks pretty good. It gives me almost like vibes of Nagatoro. So that one has my eye too. I'm gonna check that one out for sure.
And I was gonna watch 3D Kanojo Real Girl Season 2, but I've decided against it. I realized I didn't like the first season all that much.
Got it.
So there's no point in me really watching the second.
Got it.
So I just gave up on that one.
Got it.
What about you?
I think we have a little bit of crossover. I saw the first episode of Kaguya-sama, and I actually liked it. It was someone on the internet put it best, where it's got like Death Note levels of plotting going on, because it's basically one genius battling another genius in a battle of wits, trying to outsmart the other one, but they both like each other. They just don't want to confess. They don't want to be the first one to confess. So it's this whole giant, like, L versus light death battle in their heads going on to see who's going to break down. And it's funny. But most people wouldn't know that because they just know the gif of Chica dancing in the ending credits.
Right.
That's pretty much what everybody on the internet knows. I actually do legitimately follow that page, and if you don't, I suggest you do as well. It's Fujiwara Chica dancing to a different song. So definitely check that out. And again, if you ever are iffy on whether your anime will be successful, make a clever dance and you're guaranteed success. I promise you that.
Because then everybody's going to talk about it, and then everybody's going to want to see it.
Exactly. Even if your show is shit, if you have a dance, you'll be fine. Look at Haruhi.
Whoa. Don't go there.
So, I stopped after the first episode of Kaguya-sama because I wasn't finished with the old stuff. So I was like, alright, I'm going to pause here, and then I'm going to go back, and I watched all those other shows, go to Old Golden Camellia, Fist of the North Star, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, I'm definitely going to come back. It has my eye. I think it's pretty funny. It is, I like the memes where they're saying that Chica is best girl in a show that's not even her own. The show is literally called Kaguya-sama, and Kaguya is not even best girl.
Yeah.
So I like that, but I mean, it's true. Chica's great. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep up on that. I'm gonna catch up. It's funny that we also mentioned Uzumade, because I've been watching the spiritual successor, the Wataten. You know, that I was like, I found an angel, or I ran into an angel, I discovered an angel. And the gimmick is kind of the same, kind of different though. This one, the girl is like an otaku kind of like recluse, but she is in college, I believe. At least she definitely finished high school. Okay. But she just like isn't really neat, because it's not that she like keeps herself in a room or anything, or is antisocial or anything, but she has trouble making friends. So her little sister, who is like 10, I think, she brings over one of her friends to the house, and the main character is just like, oh, your friend is fucking cute as fuck. And she just becomes obsessed with the little girl because she thinks she's so cute, she's adorable. And then apparently the main character also is into cosplay. Oh. And she's a seamstress. Wow. So she like does all these cosplays, and she wants to dress up her sister's friend in all her cosplays. And so just like Uzumade, the sister's friend is just like, yo, your sister is a weirdo and she's creepy as fuck. And the main character is just kind of like, oh, I'm not creepy. I'm just, you're so adorable. And then, I make all these cosplays, but I can't, I don't have anyone to model them. I can make them, but I can't use them. Yeah, so then she's like, the sister goes, oh, well, if you want to get on my friend's good side, just give her snacks, give her sweets. And so apparently not only could she make cosplay, but she can also bake. So she ends up bribing the sister's friend with like baked goods and desserts and everything. To wear her stuff. Yeah, to wear her stuff. And so the friend gives in, and then it's just, yeah. So it's a lot less perverted than Uzumade. It's a lot more wholesome, but you see a lot of the same tropes and all that. And the main character looking like Mashu from FGO. Notice how everything always comes back to FGO.
Yeah, I've noticed.
FGO was a mistake. So anyhow, the main character looks like Mashu, and then her little sister looks like Gudako, and it's just kind of like, God fucking damn it. So, but no, it's adorable, and the little sister actually has more friends. I believe by the end of it, I finished the first 2 episodes, so I can talk about it here for this podcast. Mm-hmm. But by the end of the second episode, they introduced all the friends, so apparently there's like 5 of the little girls. So, whereas Uzumade only had 1. Well, 3, really, because she had friends.
Yeah, well,
Misha
one
had
friend and
one
a rival.
Yeah.
And then a ferret and a couple hamsters.
Boom! Show.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm going to keep up on it. I was pleasantly surprised. That was one that I had seen some clips on. The most popular clip that I see floating around is the one where the main character, she puts on her magical girl cosplay and she's imitating the poses. And then her neighbor, the little girl, is watching her. And then she's freaking out like, oh my god, did she watch me? And then the little girl replicates all of the poses to like make fun of her. And she just kind of has a meltdown. She just has an embarrassment meltdown. So, and yes, the little girl turns out to go to the same school as the sister because, of course, anime. Yeah. So I'm gonna keep going with that one. I liked Uzumade. I liked this one, and the fact that the main character, is a cosplayer and a baker, which is both facets of my life. Because I've been actually, I cosplayed at SAC Anime, and I'm doing some more cosplays this year. I'm actually getting back into cosplay this year, and not only that, but the main character baking, I also bake. So seeing that is kind of like, oh, it's good stuff. I know that stuff. So it's pretty fun. I like that.
You know what's funny? I don't even remember the name of the main character from Uzumade. Not Misha, but the maid.
Oh, Tsubame.
Yeah, not Midori.
Not Midori. You remember Midori, though?
Yeah, I remember Midori.
You remember the weird one with the real issues. But, oh, man. That's fair. That's fine. This priorities. I don't blame you. I only remember my waifus, too. Like, what is it? I know that, like, in Slime, I know Shion, but I can't remember the name of the princess. Is Kaguya, maybe? I don't even know. See? Or her brother. Her older brother. I don't fucking know his name. But I know Shion.
I don't remember any of the other ogres.
I know, like, Gabiru, because that's Kazuma from Konosuba, yeah. But I don't remember the name of his sister. the
No.
dragon. So I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you, man. If it's not a waifu or someone I care about, I whoosh.
See, the good thing about my waifu from Uzumade is you may actually find her in the trash.
Aww.
But she'd be enjoying it.
not even gonna fight, huh?
No.
She's like, your waifu's trash, and
She'll tell you, yeah, she is. But she
God.
actually says in one episode, I'm trash.
God damn it.
So I'm going to sit here by the trash.
How do you fight that?
Yeah, you can't.
You can't.
That's like Kevin Smith's whole argument. If I make fun of myself, they can't do it.
God damn it. All right, fair. All right. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going with Wat the 10. I think it's pretty fun. I think it's another one that's on episode 6 too. Another one too that I watched in anticipation for this show was Quintessential Quintuplets, which I don't believe most of the cool kids refer to it. They use the Japanese name.
Something quintuplets.
So, yeah.
Which is the official Japanese name, actually.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. And it literally is a harem anime. I swear when I watched the first 2 episodes, I seriously thought it was a like an H novel or an eroge that had been turned into an anime. Because they've done that, you know. They've like Valkyrie Romance or whatever. That was an H game, you know.
Fate Stay Night.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. And they turned it into, they just got rid of all the sex scenes and turned it into an anime. And so I seriously thought it was, and it's like, no, it's actually a manga. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, it feels really like an old school throwback to like the harems of like the 2000s and 90s, where it's just one dude, bunch of chicks, that's it.
So like
Shit
Love
happens.
Hina or something like that.
Yeah, you know, Love Hina, all of those, Ayori Aoshi, all of those more old schooly ones.
Yeah.
Where there's not a whole lot of like build up, or you know, the girl will she works her way into the series. It's like, no, boom, right out the gate, they're all there. And if you don't like any of those, if you're that sick fuck, the little sister is there too. If you're that guy, they got you covered. So
we know you're out there. You can't hide.
Yeah.
Talking to you in the back.
See, we've seen your type once or twice. So, you remember, there was one in Bunny Senpai, too.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, she wasn't like lowly per se. She was still like 15. So it wasn't the most illegal thing on the planet, but still probably going to get you in jail.
Oh, yeah, you're going to jail.
Yeah. So, Quintessential Quintuplets, though, I think it's pretty charming that at least the 5 girls all have the same gimmick, that they're retarded. They're stupid. They are pants on head dumb, and they admit it. And they're stupid rich, but they're also plain stupid. And
if you can't tell, we're not PC here.
No.
Don't expect us.
No. I'm old school, man. I was born in the 80s.
Yeah, me
raised
too,
in the 90s. So they've got money, but they don't have a brain cell between them. And but it's also like I can't really recall a harem having that kind of an idea before. Like, usually these girls only have one thing in common, and that's like they might all live under the same roof, like Love Hina.
Yeah,
they all live in the same hotel or inn or whatever. But this one, they're all dumb. Like, they're all dumb, but they all have different personalities.
Right.
Like the one character we were talking about, Miku, she's kind of like quiet and introverted, but she's also like expressive. Like when you challenge Miku, like when she gets challenged, she's more like bring it bitch and all of that. So when you call her out, she ain't afraid to, you know, put up a fight. But at the same time, she's also like, yeah. I was a fan of, I believe, Ichika. That was the you would think that she's like the older sister type, but remember, they're quintuplets. They're all the same. They're all the same age and the same grade and everything. But she was the one who's kind of more like a showy gal. Like, she's also super lazy. Like, they showed the inside of her room, and her room is a trash heap. It's just garbage everywhere. But she's the most like fashionable one with all the makeup and the jewelry and all of that. The most trendy one, and she's also like, you know, they found her in her bed with no clothes on, and she's just like, oh, whatever, that doesn't really bother me. So she's also super casual about that, and she even identified herself as, just ask your big sister. So, me, One-chans and Ara-aras. So, One-chans and MILFs, sign me the fuck up. So, I think that Ichika and Miku right now are top. But like we saw with the ranking polls, where there's 5 girls, but 4 of them took spots in the rankings. I think that as the other ones develop more and more, I might be keen on the other ones too. But for now, the Miku and Ichika definitely. And Miku I like just because Miku likes Sengoku era stuff. So, and me, my Oda Nobunaga, love that guy. So go play Samurai Warriors, play Dynasty Warriors, play Samurai Warriors. So in the second episode, which was focused on her, she's just like, oh yeah, that's like my fetish. I love Sengoku era because her other sister gave her Nobunaga's ambition, and she played it, and she's like, I just became obsessed with it, and then I started learning all this history and culture and so Goku era facts, and so it's like, yeah. So I was like, I like Sengoku era, so I felt
like we have so much in common.
Yeah, it was pretty charming. So I bought into Miku, and again, I think that Miku's personality is also why Miku is higher on the charts, because what was she, 4th or 5th? Third. Yeah, Miku's personality, I think, just naturally would lend her to being more popular than the other ones. The other ones being on the chart, not surprising, but Miku being on the top, yeah, her personality is like that. I can easily see her being above, like more appealing to the mass than the other ones. So that's what I'm definitely going to catch up on. I've been seeing a lot of fan art. I've been seeing some cosplays. I've been seeing everything, some stuff that's not safe to say or safe to show. But it's out there. It's gaining traction. I wouldn't be surprised if at Fanime this is probably one of the more cosplayed things to find at like the cons.
It'd be easy.
Yeah, it's really not that hard either. Most of these cosplays, most of the characters. So
yeah,
yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing a bunch of groups, like all 5 of the sisters being done. So, yeah. So I'll probably catch up and report back and let you know if I add any more waifus, any of the other sisters. Another show too that actually I watched not too long before we started this podcast was, Promised Neverland.
That's another one I was going to pick up.
And I want to start by saying that if you legitimately like this show, you might be an edgelord. I don't know where this show comes from. I don't know if it comes from a manga. I don't know if it comes from a book.
It's a manga.
It's a manga?
It's a manga.
Okay.
I remember when the first chapter came out. I was like, I didn't even read it. But it's apparently really good, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still going to watch it. I'm still interested in watching it, but it's kind of like, I feel it's one of those shows where it's kind of like, oh, look how cutesy it is. It's like, horror elements, like, spoilers, blah, 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 blah. They're going and it's like, the demons are raising kids in an orphanage to turn around and eat the kids. Specifically, they're farming their brains because they like brains. So they're, farming their intelligence and all of that.
Okay.
So the orphanage is secretly being run by demons. So now the kids are trying to plan an escape to break out from the orphanage. So it's kind of like, I don't know why people are ironically or unironically liking this show. It's like, what, you like seeing kids get eaten by demons?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. You're an edgelord. Ooh, look how edgy you are. In-depth storytelling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really weird. In overall, just in general, I'm not super big into horror. Like, I never finished Hellsing. I never finished any of the Junji Ito, and I say this knowing he is coming to Crunchyroll Expo here in California.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He'll be there.
When's that?
August, I think.
I'm gonna have to try to go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go. I won't be there for him, but they also announced Asakura Yu, who's the voice actress for Ryder, Medusa.
Oh,
so she'll be there.
That's another reason to go.
I met her at AX 2010, so she's another really, really wonderful, wonderful lady.
Might have her sign my writer, Nesso.
There you go.
Got the tag on it still.
Yeah. Yeah. She signed my Luca, my Vocaloid.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, she does Luca?
Yeah, she's Luca.
Luca's my favorite, too,
yeah.
so
yeah.
that works out.
Yeah. So, Promised Neverland, the horror genre in general, I just doesn't appeal to me. And usually that's because I felt that I got spoiled by Resident Evil, because everyone is just like, ah! And I'm like, what are you screaming about? You have a fucking shotgun! Boom! So, like, how can you be frightened? What are you afraid of? You know, if they really wanted to make you frightened, they'd make him immune to bullets.
Yeah.
You would think that, oh, he's a supernatural being and everything, right? He's, like, made of shit, not from this planet or not from this world. Then what's a bullet gonna do? Like Doom, you know?
Yeah.
They're like big demons, right? They're made from nothing, and they're not made from flesh. There should be nothing that should stop them. Oh, shotgun to the face. Dead. So
Shotgun will take out anything.
yeah, right? So then what are you gonna be afraid of? So it's like, oh my god. So yeah, that's kind of like, that's always been my take on it. So that's why the horror genre as a whole just never really did much for me. And so that's why I'm watching Promised Neverland. I was like, oh, okay, alright, well, they want to eat kids. Ooh, fucking edgy, man. Oh, gonna harvest kids. I was like, oh, you're cool.
That's very cool.
Just fucking kill them. Jesus Christ, there's gotta be easier methods to go if you guys like brains. Jesus. So, but,
Probably want to develop the brains first a little.
yes, that's what they're doing, yeah, because they always put them through rigorous tests and everying, and yeah.
Yep, this one's ripe.
Yeah, exactly.
Just get it ready.
That's literally what the first episode was. Literally what it was. But I also agree with the meme that the character Mama or Mom in the show is the mom of the season.
Oh, yeah.
I will unironically give him that. I'll be like, yeah, apparently she's the bad guy. She works with the demons, so it's going to be something that I'm going to keep my eye on, because they said, I also heard too that the character Norman apparently is there. He's was number 3 on the male main characters, like characters that were like popular.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So he was really high up there. So apparently the Norman character evolves or does something Billy Badass really like just catches it. I heard that it is kind of slow or dreary or not that good in the beginning, but around 5, I think, or 4 maybe, it gets like good or better, or it starts picking up. So I'm going to keep going. I haven't tapped out yet. I will admit I'm not super impressed, but again, it's not a genre I really care much for.
Right.
So, and again, it's when and this goes back to me more on a personal note. When I see such wanton killing like that, the inner Punisher in me kind of wakes up, and it's like, yo, someone needs to come and waste these fools, okay? We need Frank Castle. Well, in this case, we need Doom Guy to come and clean this bitch up. So, it I know it's supposed to be like, yeah, you want to feel motivated for the kids to escape and get away from the orphanage and the demons that are going to eat them. It's like, no, fuck that. Let's just waste the demons. Let's kill them all, dude. Kill them all. Just get rid of them, dude. Fuck these guys. They're the worst. They're scum. You established that. They're definite villains. Now we got to get rid of them. We should get rid of them in the worst possible way.
Well, I mean, they're demons.
Exactly. So that's where I'm coming from.
I mean, if you sympathize with the demons, maybe you gotta look deeper into yourself.
Remember when they sympathized with the goblins last season?
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. Oh man, so much controversy.
There's only one person I sympathize with, and that's Titania.
Oh, Titania. Literal Devil May Cry. It's not a clever name of a video game. Devil May Cry, indeed. One day she'll be the queen of hell, and you all will know pain.
I had one person on I think it was like one of the last reactions I did for that, where they wrote like a really long comment about how people seem to forget Satania is a demon and she's a bully and this and that, and they always seem to sympathize with her, but they forget this. It's like, no, I mean, she's supposed to be trying to bully people. She's a demon.
Yeah.
But I like her because she tries and fails all the time, and I feel bad for her. I want her to succeed and be a bully. She's trying so hard.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, so the issue was that, she's this demon, we shouldn't like her on principle? Is that what the issue was?
I guess.
Okay.
I kind of read some of it and was like, I kind of see where this is going.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's actually fair. I understand that viewpoint.
Yeah.
My only issue with that is I'm like, okay, fine, let's look at her in the lens of her being a demon, right? And it's like, okay, now you're a demon. What are you doing as a demon? Failing. Clearly, she's not a threat.
Yeah.
So, this is like... There's always an exception to the rule. After what I just said, it's like, oh, this is a demon, exterminate the demons. And now it's like, yeah. And then you can imagine it's like Promised Neverland. You're like, fuck, I got Doom Guy. I was like, we kicked down the door. It's like, yeah, and it's for the fucking Satania in the barn. And it's like, what's she gonna do? What's she gonna do? She couldn't even be gay, Gabrielle, Gab. It's like there's no threat.
Gabe was more of a bully.
Gabe was more of a bully. She was an angel. so yeah, that's Satania. You feel quite the opposite because it's almost like you're almost motivated to get Satania to be a demon, to be a devil. It's like, okay, you're trying so hard, now you succeed. Please succeed at being a bad person. You're trying so hard and you're still fucking it up. Now, please be a bad person. Please. You're killing me. You're absolutely... It's even more painful to watch you succeed at being bad.
When the worst thing you do is put the recyclables into the garbage, you're not succeeding very well.
It's yeah, you know what? Boy, she's a great character. Satania is an amazing character. Bless the creator of Gabriel Dropout. What an underrated gem. I bought both of them. I have the Gabriel and the Satania Nendo. I'm waiting for them to do Vigne. I might skip on Raffi.
Oh,
because
I wasn't a huge fan of Raffi.
Yeah. But it's funny because her voice actress is Red Blood Cell from Cells at Work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's actually was it Kana or something, or Hanazawa Kana or something like that. She's fucking in a lot of shit. Very prolific voice actress, and she's the Isaku, the one I was just talking about from Quintessential Quintuplets, my favorite.
Okay.
She does that one too. All 5 of the girls actually are very big voice actresses. The main, or at least the first sister, not really the main sister, but the first sister you meet. That's Inori Minase, so it's Hestia.
Oh, Hestia.
So yeah, there's a bunch of them.
That's got a second season coming out.
Yes, that's this year. I think that might have been the one I was trying to talk about.
I still got to watch the first season. I might do reactions to that soon because I know that's coming out soon.
And don't forget the OVA.
Yeah, I got to watch the OVA. Yeah. Was that is it wrong to pick up girls at a hot spring or something like that?
Wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon. Yeah.
No, the OVA. I mean.
Oh, the OVA. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, definitely check that out. So, Promised Neverland, I'm going to keep going with it. Like I said, I think that everyone that unironically likes it is an edgelord, but, like I said, it's not my genre, but, we have to try new things.
Yeah.
So, and it's popular. People are liking it, so I'm going to keep trying to figure out why.
Why do people like this?
I have to know. My curiosity. I guess the next one I have is Roommate is a Cat, because the other 2 shows I have on my list I haven't watched yet, but I've written them down because I'm interested and I will get to it at some point. Roommate is a Cat is interesting because it's like half of the show or half the episode was the owner, the dude, and he takes in a cat and he's kind of like literally fucking me. And it's like he has a decent job, he has friends, he's not in a relationship, but he is not the worst guy or anything, and not particularly lonely, but he's just aimless, so he has no direction. And so then he gets a cat, and then the cat comes in, and the cat just is now like just a part of his life now. And so you see him having to deal with the cat staring him in the face in the morning when it's time to be fed and all of that. And in the second half of the episode, the cat took over as the narrator. So then you get to see how the cat sees the world. So it sees the like, oh, my owner is really trying hard to care for me, and my owner is really working hard for me to be, alive and all of this. And why is my owner distressed? I'm gonna go discover why my owner is distressed. And so the cat is an adorable little thing on its own. So it's really interesting. And
unlike most cats.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's fun. It's fun. And like I said, I've been a cat owner now for over 10 years. I got these ones. I got my first cat in 2008, and I got my second cat in 2010. And you learn how to deal with them. At first, you're just kind of like, oh, cats are so adorable, but you get, you learn about the cat hair, you learn about the barf, you learn about the litter box, you learn so much, and it does get easier, but being a cat owner, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes months, years of patience, understanding that your shit will get knocked over. It will get knocked down. And it's like watching this anime is kind of like, the same way I had those vibes with Honda-san last season with retail. Watching my roommate as a cat is the same vibes I get as a cat owner. So it's kind of like you're just nodding your head like, yup, that's true. That's how it is. Yup, that is correct. Yup. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep watching that one just because I want to see myself in an anime. I'm going to project. I'm just going to self-project. So that one is definitely going to catch my eye. And so if you are a cat owner or you know someone who's a cat owner, check it out. Maybe you might also see some references or some like throwbacks. Or maybe if you grew up with a cat, maybe you might get some, fond memories come back. So, other than that, the only other two shows, and you touched on the first one, was the Monaria Friends.
Yes.
And then I have Kimono Friends. A lot of friends.
Kimono Friends. Yep.
So
only I doubt. Well, I don't know. I've never seen the first Kimono Friends, but I doubt it's as Yuri-centric as.
No, I tell everyone that Kimono Friends was actually a family show. I felt that it was a show for all ages.
Right.
It spawned off like a manga where it was just kind of anthropomorphic animals, but you also kind of like discovered that it was kind of post-apocalyptic because it took place. Kimono Friends season 1 took place in a safari park that was abandoned by humans, and we don't know what happened to the humans. We just know that there may or may not be humans left in the world, and it's on an island. So by the end of it, the season, they are on a boat and they're leaving the island to go and explore, see what what's on the other side of the ocean, basically what's on the other side of the water.
Right.
But the rest of the show until that point was kind of family friendly. There's no violence. There's no cussing.
Right.
There's no panty shots. There is some fan service, but it's nothing that you can't really see by watching Justice League or something or Teen Titans on Cartoon Network.
Right.
So it was pretty wholesome. What was kind of striking was the potato computer animation.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
really, it almost turned me off. But I sat through it because I said, you know what? This may be bad, but Berserk is worse. So I said, if Berserk is worse, and Berserk is a long time, old school, fan favorite franchise, and that CG is ass, I can watch this.
Yeah.
And I did, and I stuck it out, and I loved it. I downloaded the little park simulator Kimono Friends game from the Japanese side, and that was fun. I got a bunch of merch and all that. Just all Kimono Friends down. I went to the Kimono Friends Cafe in Japan in Ikebukuro when they had that, and then that was 2017. And then that year, Kanae Ito, who does Grey Wolf in the first season, she was the guest at Fanime. So we had placemats. When you ordered a food item, you got a placemat.
Right.
So I had ordered 3 food items. So I had gotten 3 placemats. And so I got her to autograph one of them. And then when you ordered a drink, you got a coaster. and I got Emperor Penguin, who is my favorite character, Emperor Penguin. So I got her to autograph the placemat, and she took a picture because she was so impressed. You know, she's all like, "Okami desu ka? Okami daisuki desu ka?" And I was like, "Hai, okami daisuki desu." So she's like, "Oh, do you like Wolf?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like Wolf. Love Wolf." With my limited Japanese. So, you know, it was pretty cool. It was like a 3-hour wait though.
Oh wow.
So, because I think you can make reservations online, but again, I don't know Japanese that well. So I would never have been able to do it online. So I just had to go up, take a number, and I waited. But it was worth it. You know, the food was pretty standard. It was just like, I got a hamburger and some like potato salad and some pork buns. But they had like the logo of the Kimono Friends on it, like they grilled it on there.
Oh, okay.
So it was pretty gnarly. And then I got like the drink was like a root beer float. That was like the PPP drink.
Yeah.
With the PPP is they're an idol group, but they're all penguins.
Oh.
So it's like 5 different penguins, and they're an idol group.
Oh, okay.
Like Love Live or Bang Dream.
I think I have almost all the Nessos for them.
Oh,
Except for like one. I think I gotta check.
yeah. If you have Emperor Penguin, let me know. I'll buy it off you.
All right.
But yeah. So season 2, well, and then it hit controversy because it blew up. Like it blew the fuck up. There's even a JAV of Kimono Friends. Actually, there's a couple. So it blew the fuck up, and it got super popular. You can't even put, it's so popular, you can't even put the opening theme of season 1 on YouTube because you'll get copyright strike like that. They come on like that. Instant like block.
Like before
delete.
you upload.
Yeah, like instant delete. Like they ain't messing around. I don't even know. It was like, and the song is super catchy. I like the song, but I can't find it on YouTube. They're all deleted. All the videos are deleted, removed by Sony Music or whatever. But yeah.
Sony Music.
But yeah, and then after all that, it blew up, made money, hand over fist. Kimono Friends crazy everywhere. They're doing concerts and lives and shows. The voice actresses are all like, you know, taking pictures together. The director, he comes up to the animation, or to the execs, and he's all like, "Yo, I would like some more creative freedom so that I can put my ideas into play." And they shot him down. They were like, "No, fuck off. Follow the script." And he's all like, "No, we really want to do some things here for season 2." And they were like, "No, fuck off." And so he's like, "Well, then I quit." And he left. And so then some of the animators, they heard what happened, and they were like, "Well, we liked him. He was a good boss, so we're going to leave too." So some animators cut out.
Yeah.
In response to how they treated the guy. And to be fair, it sucks because he was a huge reason why the show was successful. Was his ideas and his direction made something that was just, you know, nothing. Kimono Friends, who knew about it, into something super popular. And they just kind of were like, "We don't care." And, you know, it sucks because that's how corporations work. It's corporate. It's nothing against the guy. You know, you're just, when you're the CEO or you're the board, you follow our directions or you kick rocks, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
But that's how it goes in business. So they moved forward, and obviously there was about a year gap in between seasons 1 and season 2. Mm-hmm. There was last season they had like little 5-minute clips that I saw about half of them and I didn't finish, but I think that's a lead up here into season 2. And it actually is a prequel to the first season. Right. So, at some point, I'll probably go back and finish them. Because, like I said, they're like 5 minutes. But, yeah, I'm at some point going to go back and start season 2 for Kimono Friends.
Okay.
But, that's out of the way. So, what's up with Monaria Friends? I see dragon waifus. What's up with this?
Well, there's one dragon waifu.
So,
Greya is her name.
Is it Grand Blue Fantasy or is it Rage of Bahamut? Because I'm seeing both.
Rage of Bahamut.
It's Rage of Bahamut. Okay.
Yeah. I recognize some of the character names from when I used to play Rage of Bahamut.
Okay.
Like Hannah, who's the student council president for the school. They had her in the game. I think I remember Greya as well, and Anna. Okay. So yeah, it's definitely Rage Bahamut.
Is there a dragon girl in Grand Blue Fantasy called Greya? Is there another one?
There might be.
Okay.
But I don't play Grand Blue Fantasy, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
I played a little bit of it. Like, I started it, and then I just stopped.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you said, but they were like shorts, right? Like the episodes for Minari Friends?
Yeah, they're 15 minutes each.
Okay.
Well, technically, I guess you could say 10 minutes.
Okay.
Then they do the ending credits, and then they have like a little 2 or 3 minute thing at the end.
Okay.
Like every episode.
Got it.
Kind of like before this happened, here's, you know, like in the last episode, they had a drill, like if monsters attacked the school, what would happen, and I believe her name's Anne, one of the main characters. She's really good at using magic, like she's like their best magic user.
Yeah.
And she really wanted to get in on the drill, but they make it seem like she doesn't know it's a drill.
Yeah. And
when she forces her way into it, she destroys a building. And they're like, see, this is why we just wanted you on the sidelines.
Jesus.
And then at the end credit one, they show, this is what we're planning. They show, like, everything. Like, this is a drill that's going to have monsters attack here and around here. And she's like, oh, this sounds really fun. What am I going to do? And they're like, you're not doing anything. And then the whole episode before that was her trying to get into the drill and help out. But
fun.
Ends up messing it up because they figured that they knew that's what she would do.
All right.
But yeah, basically it just follows her and Greya because they're like friends, but it's got the whole Yuri vibes going on.
Interesting.
But it's fun. Don't expect like much of a story because it's like all separate things, like a slice of life type of thing.
Okay.
So every episode deals with something new between the two of them.
Okay. Well, like I said, I think that going off the strength of the way Greya is designed and drawn, I'm interested.
Yeah.
So dragon waifus.
You'll definitely like it then.
Not dragon maid waifus, dragon waifus, literal dragon waifus.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I it sounds fun, and you know, like I said, Grand Blue Fantasy is the greatest Final Fantasy I never played. So even though this is Rage of Bahamut, but
yeah, even though this is Rage of Bahamut.
So
I just need to watch season 2 of that.
Yeah, I have that one saved on my Amazon. I never watched it.
Season 1 was really good, but I still haven't watched season 2.
So, speaking of Konosuba movie.
Oh yeah, the movie.
Well, I don't know anything about it, quite honestly. I just know it's Megumin focused.
Yeah, let me look this up, see if I can get the actual title.
Okay.
Konosuba.
Is it coming out this year?
I'm sure it'll tell me here. 2019 film premiere.
Okay.
So what is the actual title of this? I don't know. It doesn't show me the actual title.
All right. Well, I think the information has been pretty sparse as well. So it's not like we really know much about the movie, unless I missed something.
Yeah, but I think you're right. I think you're right. It's mainly Megumin focused.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, she is the favorite.
Yeah, and you know, it's damn Takahashi GA blew up. like after it was like Konosuba kind of kickstarted it, and then she became Emilia in ReZero, and then Mashu hit, and then fucking to the moon.
She's Emilia?
Yeah, she's Emilia.
Well,
yeah,
at least there's one waifu.
Yeah, Takahashi GA as Emilia, and then you had Inori Minase as Rem. And look at them now; they're in the fucking stratosphere now.
Who's Rem?
You're the worst. And I'm saying this as a Ram guy. I actually am a Ram guy, but even I'm like, come on.
Ram was the one with the cat ears, right?
Ram is the best one. That's what Ram is. So
yeah, Ram is better than Ram. I'll agree
Ram
with that.
is the best. So I'm hoping that Kimono Friends. Wow, Konosuba gets
close
a release. Yeah. Same shit. It's all the same. That it gets released into the theaters because like Heaven's Feel is coming out. I believe like on March 15th or something.
Oh, next month.
And yeah, so
I actually got to watch the first part.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you want to come. If you want to come in, let me know.
I'll let you know.
They might still have tickets. So if you're interested, they're having the grand debut in SoCal, I believe, this weekend because they're doing it as part of the road tour.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I'm assuming they'll be showing it in San Francisco. Is that where they're showing it?
No, because they actually licensed it to like Cinemark and AMC.
Oh, so
It's not going to be at New People. If it is, it might be. It's going to probably be like 4 months from now. But no, they actually got the actual movie theaters. Because remember, the movie theaters also got like Dragon Ball, and they got Boku Hero.
Yeah.
So this one for Heaven's Feel, they did the same. So they got like Cinemark, Century Theaters.
Well, I think the big theaters are now realizing that anime sells.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After what Resurrection F did, the Dragon Ball movie a couple years ago, that was like, God, that made a lot of money. I think even the new one, the new Dragon Ball movie that came out, made 30 mil.
Yes.
So,
and the Boku Hero was like what, another 5 mil. So for Boku Hero in America, it's pretty decent,
pretty good, especially since they have limited showings,
and especially considering every normal weeb bootlegs their anime.
Yeah,
oh!
Exactly.
So to get 5 mil out of a bunch of weebs, that's pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think now they see anime movie like, yeah, let's bring it in.
Yeah. I don't. Even with all that being said, I don't know if Heaven's Feel 2 is gonna get that much. I could see them getting 1 or 2, but I don't think it would get like 5. But it's still, is it gonna sell? Absolutely, it's gonna sell. But is it gonna be like Dragon Ball or Boku Hero numbers? I don't think so.
That depends on how many Closet Fate fans there are around here.
So everyone says they hate Fate until something Fate comes out, and they're like, "Oh my god, I gotta bring my Saber cosplay! Oh my god!"
You could bring your little cell phone stand.
Yeah, right.
That's what that is. It's a cell phone stand.
Oh man, FGO was a mistake. So I hope that they give Konosuba the same treatment, though. If Konosuba came to Cinemark, like Century Theaters, I'd watch that in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I don't know if Konosuba has that mass appeal, though.
Well, it just got a dub, so...
Yeah,
I mean, it's a Crunchyroll dub. I don't know how well they do.
I think I actually saw like a clip. It's like where they switched like voice roles or something. Where it was like Cosmo was reading Darkness's roles or lines, and I don't know if like Darkness was reading Cosmo's lines or some shit like that. But yeah, I saw something like that on YouTube. It was like I didn't click on it, of course, because it's English dub. Ew, yuck,
yeah,
barf.
Yeah, I'm the same. So,
but I thought that was at least pretty funny. I wonder if they would have done that in Japanese, then I probably would have watched it.
I know the Bang Dream people do that.
They read each other's lines?
They'll give them lines from one of the other characters and have them do it.
That's funny.
The Japanese voice actors.
That's funny.
'Cause I don't think that's translated.
That's funny. Actually, it's funny enough, talking about ReZero and Konosuba, back in, like, I think 2016, they actually did a crossover promo event where they actually had the two, like, voice actors for Kazuma and the main dude from ReZero. Subaru.
Just think the car.
What's up?
Just think the car.
Just think, yeah. And it was like they were like Blu-ray specials or some shit, and they just kind of like shot the breeze. They're like, doesn't life suck? It's like, yeah, life sucks for me. Life suck for you? Yeah. And it's just kind of like the isekai main characters just shooting the breeze.
That reminds me. I think that Isekai Quartet comes out next season too.
Yes.
So that's going to be interesting.
It's going to be more isekai.
It's ReZero, Konosuba, Tanya, and Overlord.
Yes. Overlord being the only one that I haven't seen and don't really care for.
Yeah, I haven't seen Overlord either. Yeah. But Albedo looks pretty cool, so.
Yeah, which is exactly what I said. Since you're already jumping to isekai, so then I know you really want to talk Shield Hero.
Well, I mean, you brought up Konosuba, so.
Yeah, but that's like 2 years ago. Let's talk about Shield.
Okay, let's get into Shield Hero.
Oh, man. I don't even know where you want to start.
Well, first off, I want to say that I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah,
it's a really good show.
It's a good show.
I'm glad somebody told me the first episode was 45 minutes, because that would have been a surprise. I'd have been like, why is this going on and on? Even though it didn't drag on. It was paced very well.
It was. You got a lot of information in the first episode, and I didn't even remember that it was 45 minutes until just now when you brought it up. But Yeah, it didn't feel like 45 minutes long because again you were learning so much about the lore and the setting and the build up, and then the bullshit happens, and then you're just kind of like, oh, now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So by the end of the episode, you're kind of like, yeah.
I was watching. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the girl everyone hates. And I guess I'll finally see why. And then I was like, yeah, I see why now. That's understandable.
You know that in the manga they officially changed her name to Bitch, right?
Do they?
Yeah. So I don't know what the build-up is. I honestly, I think with my next paycheck, I think I'm gonna invest in all of the mangas for Shield Hero. Mm-hmm. Just buy them all from Amazon and just knock it all out. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
But apparently something happens where Naofumi, I believe Naofumi, does something. He earns a favor or the right or something, and his official decree is to change Malty's name to Bitch. I went and I actually looked this up on the Wikipedia, and I pulled up Princess Malty's page, and they said it goes by Princess Malty, and then the other name she used in the beginning of the show before they knew she was the princess, she had another name that she used, and then they said at the end of it, also known as Bitch. So they changed her official name to Bitch, and I was all like, you know what's sad? Is there's some pathetic fuck out there that's like, Princess Malty is my waifu.
There probably is. And
that's so bad.
What is wrong with you?
That's so bad. I had a friend, I said that at Fanime 2 years ago now, maybe 2017,
right?
Maybe it was last year. They actually cosplayed General Holdo from Star Wars.
General
Holdo, the pink-haired one, the lavender-colored one, the one that took over for Leia, basically. Leia's
that
General
one.
Holdo.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
yeah. Princess Feminism.
Yeah,
and she cosplayed it, and I was like, oh, I gotta get her picture, because she just angered so many people just by her pure existence and what she did in the movie. And it was like, but she heroically sacrificed herself, and no one cared. Everyone was so angry that they didn't even care about her noble sacrifice. They were like, she ruined everything. And so I'm thinking that at Fanime, there's gonna be at least one Princess Malty cosplayer, and they're gonna do it unironically. They just want to go in there to trigger everybody.
Yeah.
And I can respect that. Because when you like go with the full intention to troll and you dedicate yourself to the art of the troll, I feel that it comes full circle.
Yeah.
And you're like, you get halfway there and I'm angry. I'm all like, how dare you? But then I notice and respect your dedication, and I'm like, I can't be mad at you because I know what you're doing. Can I get your photo? Let me get your picture. And I'm all like, again, when we have good guys, we need bad guys. Because if we don't have good bad guys, the good guys are just boring.
Right.
You know, if you don't have a good bad guy that just is a threat or is doing something to the main characters, then what's the point? You know, if Superman won every fight with no problem, or Batman won everything with no problem, it'd be boring.
Right.
There would be nothing to gain. There would be no conflict. There would be no challenge. There'd be no like, oh man, he really did his all, and look, that's why he won. You know, his spirit carried him through that.
Yeah.
And so you need a son of a bitch like Princess Bitch, you know. And to my understanding is that she's not even the worst of it either. There's more to come.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like that she does, or someone else?
Someone else.
Someone else is going to do worse?
Yeah, someone else is going to come.
Wow. It's going to be...
It just doesn't help either that Spear guy is kind of a douche. And he's a tool. He's a giant tool.
You know they have a spin-off for that guy.
Yes. I heard about that. I heard about the spin-off for Shield Bro, or for Spear Bro.
The reprise of the Spear Hero.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
Yeah. They said it. I was reading in Facebook comments about his spin-off, and they were like, is he good or is it good? And they're like, well, he tries. So I'm like, yeah, that's usually means...
It's kind of hard to make a Spear Hero seem okay now, since he was so on her side.
He's such a douche.
Well, they were all three of them were like.
I mean,
they just turned on him so quick.
Yeah, but to be fair, I give a little bit more respect to Bo. I think Bo probably has the most respect from me because he was the first one to be like, "Yo, shenanigans," and then Sword Guy was kind of like, "Yeah, I guess." But I think Bo was kind of like, "Okay, yeah, this is some shit. This is something." Nah. So he was the first guy to declare shenanigans. So I have some respect for Bo. But yeah, Shield or Sword, the fucking Sasuke of the group over there.
Yeah, he definitely is.
It's like, I don't have an opinion because I'm so cool. I'm just gonna stand here looking cool.
I was about to say, he's like too cool for everybody.
Too cool. Look at me.
And Spear Guy is just, I don't know.
Even if you wanted to like him, he's such a dork. It's like he has no redeeming qualities. It's just like no. So
I'm just. It did make me angry, but it's
yeah.
hard to tell from my reaction when I did the video, but it did make me angry. I think it was mainly because I kind of already knew something was going to happen since it's been out for 6 weeks, so it's hard to not hear certain things.
Right.
So I already knew everybody hated her for some reason. I just didn't know why until I watched the episode. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I get why.
Yeah.
I get why you hate her and why I hate her.
it's a lot more obvious than like Ichigo and Darling in the Franxx.
The only thing I want to know now is why.
Yeah.
Why did she do it?
Yeah. There's something that's underlying there, and then here's where all the manga readers are going to come up like, well, let me tell you.
I was like, no, don't tell me because I want to actually see it. Yeah. I don't want to be spoiled by it. I want to know when I actually see it. But yeah, now I'm just waiting to hear her reasoning behind doing that. Right. Apparently, I know it's got to have something to do with him just being the Shield hero. Mm-hmm. Everybody was already against him from the beginning because they're like, even the Shield hero was summoned. Like, okay, and even the king was like, okay, you three can, like, wait, what about me? Remember when he was asking for them to introduce themselves, and the three introduced themselves? Okay, and I'm okay. Well, let's get to what's going on. Right. He's like, wait a minute, yo, King, you skipped me.
You dickhead.
Yeah,
I'm here too.
Like nobody was even excited about him even being there. So it's got to have something to do with him just being the Shield hero.
But that's okay because we have raccoon waifus now.
Well, right now she's still a kid in what I've seen. So when she gets a little older,
okay,
she's still child Raphtalia.
Okay.
So
okay, sure, all right.
No waifu yet.
No waifu yet. I love the picture of Naofumi standing behind the ballistic shield, and it's the rise of ballistic shield hero, and it's fucking Raphtalia with the M16. I'm like, I would love. We need an updated modern version of this. I'm just so now every time I refer to it, I call it the rising of ballistic shield hero. It's like yes, oh my god. It's like I was already kind of like Raphtalia had already grown on me. I wasn't like super like okay, I kind of was like all right, I can understand why it's the Protect Squad. But then I saw the rise of ballistic shield hero and Raphtalia with an M16 fully automatic rifle. I was like, done. Fucking sign me up, fam. Best girl right here. Fucking Naofumi and Raphtalia. Fucking Kirito Asuna 2019. Literally what it is.
Weren't they the same? Isn't it the same voice actors too?
No. So, Naofumi and Raphtalia are the same voice actors as Sakuta and Mai from Bunny Senpai.
Yeah.
So that's what's so funny about that is that there wasn't even a gap. Like it was like they didn't even leave the studio. They were just like, give me that script, now take this script and get back in there. And then they just recorded their whole lines. And so the dynamic though is a little bit different because Mai was a little bit more passive. In Bunny Senpai, Mai is, she's not like airheaded. She's not a ditz or anything, but she's pretty put together and confident. But there's times when she gets flustered, and Sakuta is more like in the Kazuma from Konosuba Camp, where
okay.
super schmarmy, super kind of a prick, but he's not unrealistic. Just like Kazuma's not unrealistic. When you really hear what Kazuma's complaints were about, they're not bad. They're really rather reasonable. But sometimes he's a prick. Sometimes he's not necessarily a dick.
Yeah.
But for the most time, it's kind of like he's just reacting to shit that's not his fault. He's just like, but he's got to deal with it. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of like what Sakuta is coming from. Sakuta is like, I'm going to sit here and chill, but if someone needs help, I'm going to help him out. That's how Sakuta was. And that was the whole issue with Mai, was that Mai, who was like, a high school model and a high school idol and all this, but she wasn't, sure if her popularity and her fans were genuine or not. And then here comes the Sakuta, and he's just like, oh, that's cool. It's like, are you, and then so Sakuta just kind of values Mai for being Mai and her personality and all that. And that's also how he deals with all the other girls' problems too, is he just is like, okay, you've got issues, but I don't give a shit about that. Let's get to what's the problem. And then they kind of solve it all. So
yeah.
It was a really good dynamic, and it was a really interesting take on everything. I was hoping that in Quintessential Quintuplets, it was kind of going to be like that, because the main character kind of was also kind of snarky and all that, but he kind of sold out really fast and became more or like, oh, I'm going to help you, I believe in you. And it's kind of like, whatever. I don't know if you saw it, but last week I shared a video talking about the art of the asshole, and this dude dissected Kazuma. And one of the things that he said that really stuck with me about the dissection of Kazuma from Konosuba was, when you, not in an anime, when you personally talk to your friends, are you always like, I believe in love and the power of friendship? Or are you more like, sup, fool? You loser? You suck! You suck! And it's like, that's right. That's how you talk. You don't talk like Kirito from Sword Art, like, oh, you're my best friend and I'm gonna fight for you. It's all like, dude, you need help? You got that? Yeah, he's good. It's stuff like that. Yeah. And that's kind of that's where it was, Konosuba did it right in how they depicted that level of friendship and all of that. And I wholeheartedly agree. I can't really tell you on this kind of a stream how I talk to my friends and how I address them. Just know that it's very vulgar. But yeah, that's kind of how it is, and that's kind of where I feel that Sakuta is more in the Kazuma camp than the Kirito camp. And now Fumi, you kind of get hints of that too, because now Fumi is they introduce it, they bring it to a world where the real world knows of isekais. Like, now Fumi's all like, oh, this is an isekai, I've read about this shit, ha ha ha. Isekais suck, I hate isekais. And it's understandable. It's completely understandable. But it's kind of, he's offset by the character of Raftalia. And then I remember the Crunchyroll article after the 4th episode where he had his little breakdown, and they were like, "Who cried?" And I was all like, "I didn't cry. I fucking smoked a cigarette because I was like, my boy finally got his break. That's what he needed." And then so. Princess bitch. So but you I don't know if you read that article, and if you haven't, I also recommend it. Go read the post episode 4 for Shield Hero, and you see primarily dudes, and they're just like breaking down on tweets to Crunchyroll about how this episode impacted them, and it's like, you feel bad for them too, because they're just a bunch of weebs and otakus looking for their Raftalia, and who knows if they'll ever get it. But all you can really do is just keep moving forward, And that episode just kind of hit him hard, really hard. And now you wonder why that show is number 1 on all the trending lists, and it's already the number 1 show of the season, and it's not even halfway done.
Yeah.
But it just it hit a lot of people. It resonated with them so deep. So, especially after he got shat on, and still kind of gets shat on,
Well, he's kind of forcing his way into the merchants anyway, with those balloons.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean,
got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, it ain't easy.
No.
When you're accused of things you didn't do.
Yeah.
So I like I said, Yes. You used
I mean, it was like, definitely he didn't do it. She said he was drunk. He's like, I don't drink. I don't like the taste of it. He got drunk and he came in my room. No, wait, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I had to watch some of those videos too. So my brother first alerted me to that. It's all like, if you like Shield Hero, you're a pig. It's like, what? Wait, you were probably a Goblin sympathizer too, huh?
I was gonna say, this is exactly what they were saying about Goblin Slayer.
Jesus Christ! And the video that I was watching earlier today, it was so funny because it's true. They were like, they still aired Goblin Slayer. They still showed Goblin Slayer. And notice that Goblin Slayer didn't get nominated for anything. They didn't get any nomination, even though they were like, well, we let it show on Crunchyroll. That's as good as it's going to get. And then it's all like, and then it's buried, God knows how many layers deep now on the search engine on Crunchyroll. But yeah, and it's all like, Goblin Slayer was pretty popular though. And it's all like, oh no, we'll give best male character to Deku. And it's like...
Well, to be fair, the Crunchyroll Awards are all fan voted.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure Deku has more fans than Goblin Slayer.
Well, remember when Crunchyroll themselves did the most popular character based on state in America?
Yeah.
And the whole map was Goblin Slayer? And they said that the only reason why it was Goblin Slayer was because we didn't allow ongoing shows. Because they were like, otherwise it would have been a map of Deku.
Yeah.
So... I almost want to say, if we put it to the vote, and it was just between Deku and Goblin Slayer, I almost would want to see. I mean, you're probably right. It probably would still go to Deku, because people that like Boku Hero typically wouldn't do dark fantasy like that. They probably would be turned off, because it's like...
I wouldn't vote for Deku, but he's not my favorite in that show.
No.
So, I mean...
I don't even know if I have an actual favorite male character in Boku Hero.
I can't even remember his name, but it's that dude that looks like a bird for me.
Oh, was it Togami or Togayami? Togayami?
Todoroki?
No, that's the ice fire guy. That's Todoroki.
It starts with a T, I know that.
Yeah. I know, but yeah. He's cool. Actually, he is cool. You're right. That's a good one.
Yeah, I like him. And I kind of like Kirishima.
Kirishima?
Is he the guy that has like the stone?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of like him too. Yeah. Bakugo is way down at the bottom.
I don't know why Bakugo's so popular.
But he's starting to kind of come up a little bit. But he's still at the bottom. Yeah.
His mom is good.
His mom's cool. Smacking him around.
Yeah. But Bakugo himself is kind of a twat. So.
Yeah. I hated him so much in the first 2 seasons. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, and he just still hasn't changed in my view. Still the same.
He's changed a little. He's kind of toned down a bit, but he's still kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Just let him go full Sasuke and run off to Akatsuki already. Come
on. Oh man, I did get a comment saying that I was one of the few that actually realized that he would not go with the villains when they kidnapped him. Because I was like, he wants to be the #1 hero. His idol is All Might. They're not going to convert him. I don't know what they're thinking with this. It's just going to fail.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently I was one of the few who actually thought that. Everybody else thought he was going to convert.
Not right away. But after, he needs to be broken first. He needs to realize that he's just not going to be cut out to be a hero because of his anger issues. So I still see the heel turn coming. But yeah, I also don't really blame him for making you wait for it for a bit.
I was specifically talking about that arc.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and that in that arc.
Yeah, in that arc.
But yeah.
Anyway, Shield Hero.
Yeah. Now I'm all like, oh, Deku beat Naofumi. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. I do want to get more invested in it. I do. It was, I think it was the jolt really that the isekai genre needed. You know, it was like when you were getting saturated with sword art, then Konosuba came along, and Konosuba was what the isekai needed. But then after Konosuba came, and then just now Konosuba exists, there was nothing else since Konosuba. and then ReZero happened, and it was
Right.
kind of like, okay, cool, we needed ReZero to happen too, but then
No, they're all kind of the same.
Yeah, then there was like really nothing else until Shield Hero came, and now it's like, okay, so each one kind of left its mark on isekai, and then everything else just kind of is there.
Yeah. I did like how all of the heroes were from different dimensions.
Right.
Like they weren't from the same Japan.
Right.
It was like a different dimension of Japan, like just pulled from
Right.
wherever.
Right.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Right. Oh man, I keep wanting to talk to you about the lowly chocobo, but you're not that far.
Oh, you mean the white bird thing you see in the theme?
Yeah.
I've seen images, but I don't know when she comes in. I think it's like episode 5 or 6.
Yeah. The most
But
recent, yeah.
we'll get to that when I actually catch up.
Yeah. Chocobo. I just call it chocobo. Chocobo. You don't want to get sued. So, but seeing Raftalia get jealous was cute. It was kawaii. So this is good because you don't want Raftalia to get complacent either. So you don't want her to be like, I'm best girl. Yes, we know you're best girl. I'm best girl. We know you're best girl. We know you're best girl. Aha, now a rival. Now you have to earn your best girl title. Ha 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 ha. You're still best girl though. But yeah. It's got all the elements to it to make it work. It's got the voice actors, it's got the plot. It's got scumbags make you hate somebody, give you motivation to succeed.
Yeah.
So I'm pleasantly impressed. Even I don't know if you saw the meme that I shared, but they were basically in a cave because they needed to find an ore to make a crystal ball, I believe.
Right.
And so they were in the cave. They were fighting a monster, and the monster had a superior sense of sound, of hearing, and so. Now Fumi was like, I'm gonna, basically bust his ears, so cover your ears, and then that's when Raftalia covered her ears.
Oh, I did see that.
And what's funny was that in Kimono Friends, going back to Kimono Friends, there was a scene where I think it was when Toki showed up, red crested ibis Toki, when she showed up and she was singing, she has this high pitched horrible singing. And when Serval was covering her ears, she covered her ears like a normal human would, but she has giant cat ears on the top of her head. So it's like, why are you doing this when you should be doing this? And it was just kind of like, what? And so then, fast forward 2 years later with Rise of Ballistic Shield Hero, and Raftalia actually covers her ears like a demi-human should. And so it was just kind of like, finally someone got it right.
After all the complaints.
Yeah.
Why are they covering their
it's
so low?
It's things like that where they notice those little
touches.
Yeah, that just makes it fun.
It's the little things.
And I also was watching a video too, one of the other videos I saw before we started this podcast, about the Shield Hero thing. And so they had Ask Me Anything with the creator, I think.
Yeah.
And they asked him, what do you think about the controversy? He's like, what controversy? He's just so like, yeah, what can I say? You Americans are different priorities than the Japanese. For us in Japan, this is a non-issue. It's all like, we're not worried about it at all, It's more about the plot. It's about the story. It's all like, okay, you have this issue. How are you going to deal with it? And that's where we go forward, and that's what we explore in the story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in real life. Something fucked up happens to you. How do you react? How do you deal with it? And then what do you do with other people when they're involved? And that's the story. That's what they focus on, and that's what they make the story for. So that was an interesting thing, and it's more and more of the Japanese developers of all kinds are just kind of more and more ignoring it, the outrage, because they're understanding that the people will never be satisfied. You can sit there and have a 45-minute discussion on why they did what they did in their stories or in their whatever, their form of medium, and people would still not be satisfied. So they're just like, look, we're going to make our thing, we're going to put it out there, and people that like it are going to enjoy it, and people that are not, they're just not. And he said the best thing too. He's all like, if you enjoy it, buy our merch, buy my merch. Because they were like, money talks, and they were like, if you like Shield Hero, go buy Shield Hero shit. And I'm all like, fucking done. So as soon as the Naofumi and Raftalia Nendos go up, boom, day one buy. So
they are making those, aren't they?
Yeah,
I think I saw them.
Yeah, Wonderfest was two weeks ago, and so yeah, it's not even finished. They don't even have a prototype yet. They just have the drawing.
art.
Yeah, so there was so much stuff from Wonderfest. I think I'm about to be like $700 deep in Wonderfest stuff. It's not even funny.
I'm definitely getting the Bang Dream Nendos. They got them all for the lead singers.
Jeez,
they're all coming out, and I got a Tokyo Taco Mode has all of Poppin' Party too, so I got to get those.
You know all the money that you've dumped into the game, they should just give you the Nendos for free. I think you've earned it.
Yeah, they should. Please sponsor us, Bandori.
You heard the man. Make it happen. Oh man. So I think that's about it for what I have to say about Shield Hero. I'm going to keep my
since I've only watched 2 episodes, we can only go so far.
Yeah.
By the time we do another one, I should be caught up, so we can talk about everything.
Okay.
But yeah, so far right now, all we can really talk about is the controversy that was caused and what we actually think of the series, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, I went into it just like everything. Now I discover all my anime through memes. So when the memes start propagating, and then it eventually makes its way to my news feed on Facebook, and then I notice it, and then I look into it. And so, I saw all the protect raccoon. I was like, okay, what are you nerds talking about? Let me watch it. Holy shit, this is a pretty decent show. I believe I'm fairly neutral when it comes to isekais. I'm not like, oh shit, new Sword Art. But I did enjoy Sword Art Alternative. I thought that was really damn good.
That's the one with the girl with the pink outfit,
yes,
right? Okay.
Yes.
I have an SO for that too.
I need to get that Nesso. I saw that at SAC Anime and I was like, I keep forgetting that Tanya is technically considered an isekai. I keep forgetting that. It's like, yeah, Tanya would be an isekai. I love Tanya. That movie's coming out. I can't wait. I'm so fucking excited.
I can wait.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you remember the last conversation we had. I said I didn't really like Tanya.
Oh, you're terrible.
She annoyed me. She bugged me.
Oh, I love War Aoyuki. Oh, man.
Give me a Aho Girl movie. I'll watch that.
Dumb Aoyuki. Tanya's smart Aoyuki. Aho Girl, dumb Aoyuki.
Oh, yeah, but she's best Aho Yuki. Aho Yuki.
Wow. All right. Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to the Tanya movie. I hope Tanya movie makes it into Japantown, San Francisco. I had to go watch it. But
I mean, I'm going to have to watch her because she's going to be on the Isekai Quartet, so I have to deal with that for a bit.
You have to deal with it. I can make it sound like it's a terrible thing. But
I had a Nesso for her too, but I sold it.
Wow. I think I have the small ones, like the one right there. I don't
the
have
little mascot ones.
Yeah, actually, do I have it?
Yeah, that's her right there.
Yeah, I have a small one. I don't think I got the bigger ones though.
I had a big one.
Yeah.
I think I sold it for $35.
Jeez, it's not bad. All right,
but yeah, Shield Hero.
Go watch it if you
go
haven't
watch
seen
it. Yeah,
go watch it.
It's definitely worth it.
Total.
Did you want to talk about the Crunchyroll Awards? Did you even look up anything for that?
I looked up what you told me about it, and I shared the meme about Deku winning Best Boy. And then
I don't even remember who I voted for that because I did vote.
Who are the options? Do you remember what the options are?
I don't. I'm sure we could look it up. I should have looked that up when I was at work. But
I mean, I never really thought that this was going to come up.
Okay, let's see. Is this going to show me all the nominees? Okay, yeah. It's just showing the winners right here. I think it's just going to show the winners. I don't think it's going to show anything else.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with the outcome.
This wasn't an actual show or anything, right? It was all just...
they showed it on Twitch.
They showed it on Twitch?
Yeah, they showed it on Twitch. So you could probably find it on there.
Why would I want to do that to myself?
I don't know, but...
You know, these are the guys that gave an award to Yuri on Ice for best animation, and then everyone nitpicked all the frames that it was not the best animation.
You mean like the in-between frames?
Yeah.
The ones that they always find? We're
Yeah.
like, look at this, look at this.
Yeah. And it was great because some guy actually went, and I couldn't find it, but some guy actually did it. He's all like, "What? Yuri on Ice? Are you fucking kidding me?" And somebody from Crunchyroll's all like, "Well, yes, it is true. It is the best animation." And he's like, he comes back, and the person's name was like Janet or something like that. He's all like, "Janet, are you fucking blind?" And then puts all the screen caps of all the shitty animation. He's all like, "Are you fucking blind?" And so I lost it.
I do agree with the best animation winner this year, though.
Who won?
Violet Evergarden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
KyoAni.
Here's the thing. When KyoAni wants to, they can be better than Ufotable. Like, seriously. And Ufotable is pretty on it. But when KyoAni wants to, they can be Dragon Maid. When KyoAni really wants to, they can be Violet Evergarden.
The animation in that was amazing.
Yeah. I haven't even finished it.
It was like,
even I know. It's like, yeah.
It was a TV series with like movie quality animation.
Yeah.
And like every episode, it is not like they did it in like one or two. It was like every episode was movie quality.
Yeah. Yeah. And what is it? It's 12 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's 12 episodes.
Yeah,
I think there's an OVA too, but I haven't watched that yet.
Okay. I need to finish it.
Yeah, Deku, best
Sure.
male character.
Of course.
No, thank you on that one.
Yeah, only because they had to disqualify Goblin Slayer for who knows why.
Yeah, I don't know why. He's only saving everybody from the goblins.
I'll bet you that, whoever's in charge of Crunchyroll is probably a goblin.
Probably.
It's probably the Goblin Lord.
Yeah, another one that came out of nowhere. Best continuing series went to Dragon Ball Super, which
Sure.
I'm going to say I like Dragon Ball Super, but I don't think it should have won. I voted for One Piece. But I'm sure you know why. That's my favorite series of all time. So, yeah. Best fight scene, All for One versus All Might. I did not agree with that one either.
I'm surprised they didn't say Deku Bakugo, round 2.
My vote was for Goku versus Jiren for Dragon Ball. I felt like there was more to that one. Because to me, the fight with All Might and All for One, it wasn't really a fight. It was like All for One beating on All Might.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he wins.
And that's All Might strats.
Meanwhile, the whole fight with Goku and Jiren was amazing. In my opinion.
No, I mean, I'm not a Dragon Ball fan, so I'll just take your word for it.
Oh, God. The animation in that. They went all out for the animation for that fight.
Was this in the movie or in the show?
This is the show.
This is the show.
Dragon Ball Super, the show.
Okay.
The movie had Brawly.
Go ahead.
So, yeah. Best character design, JoJo.
Okay.
Golden Wind.
Okay, so going back to JoJo real quick. So again, I said earlier that I wasn't big on JoJo Part 4, and JoJo Part 4, coming off of 3, you can again kind of see that they were almost going for a more comic style, a more goofy style.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure someone will be like, well, that's just kind of how we're looking in the manga. Well, you come back and you look at JoJo Part 5, like, even in the trailers for JoJo Part 5, you immediately saw a huge difference. Like, Part 5 really was trying to go for that Araki manga style. More like, the faces are almost kind of, like, triangular, and then their chins are kind of like, they're triangular coming down, and then the chin is like a square. So, all of them, we're going for a real, like, authentic manga look. Mm-hmm. So, I've seen some of the like, manga shots from Part 4, and they were a little bit more loose, I want to say, coming off of 3. Mm-hmm. But what they did with Part 5 to really make it look like the manga, absolutely. I noticed that. Like, in the trailer, I noticed that. And I was like, alright, I'm already interested just from the trailer. And like I said, Part 5, I was unsure of, but now I bought in. So, yeah, no, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know who I voted for, but I can't be mad about JoJo. The character designs are always pretty good in that.
Maybe they felt that they were on cruise control with Part 4. They were just kind of phoning it in. So they were like, all right, Part 5, we gotta get back into it. And then boom, they did it. And yeah, it's you could see it. You could tell, you could see it. So
let's see. We had best film for My Hero Academia.
Of course.
I don't think Brawley was out yet,
Okay.
so it wins by default.
Okay.
Because I had not heard of any of the other movies that were nominated.
Who won? Who was best girl?
My Sakurajima.
That's right. That's
Funny
right.
girl.
That's right. Yeah. I remember reading that. I was like, yeah. Considering it, because I'm like, the only other one who would have given my competition would have been 02, but I think that you can blame the ending of Darling in the Franxx for ruining that when she became a spaceship floating through outer space. It's kind of like, what? But 02 was also a really good character, and it's just got overshadowed by cost thoughts. Just, like, look, my launch range 02, give me money! And it's like, oh my god. So, it kind of lost the power and the influence of the character, I feel. It just got lost because of the popularity of the show.
Right.
But 02 was a pretty solid character. She stood by her man, and she learned things like about all the other people, the friends and all that. And then by the end of the show, she was even becoming a part of the squad. She actually had a change. And, when you see what Hiro and 02 went through as kids and all that, you really feel bad for them and all that. But, again, all of that got thrown out the window by like the last 4 episodes. So it was like everything else was great. It was good. It was Haruka Tomatsu just killing it. And then the last couple episodes happened, and it was just kind of. Other than that, who else was out there?
I think Uraraka was up for best girl too.
Uraraka, of course. Uraraka.
That's the only one I know.
Uraraka's like the only one that I really don't care about. Why not Froppy? Why not fucking Momo? Momo came out. Momo had a couple of good scenes in Boku Hero last season.
Yeah.
Momo is really coming up, but no one wants to give it up because everyone wants to throw away all the rich bitches. And I'm all about rich bitch. So
let's see. We already went over best animation.
Mm-hmm.
Best director, which I don't really care about.
They're on dime a dozen, man. He might not even be employed next year.
But it was the dude that directed Devilman Crybaby. Masaki Yuasa.
I heard some people say it was really good. Honestly, I stopped hearing about Devilman after like about week 4.
Yeah, it was pretty big when it first came out, and then it just kind of died down.
Yeah, because everyone was like doing the meme of them running. Yeah. That whole like exaggerated run pose.
Yeah.
But then after like about week 4, it just fell off.
Mm-hmm. See, we got best VA for Japanese and English. English was Christopher R. Sabat for All Might.
Okay.
But he also does Vegeta, so I'm going to forgive that one.
Fair.
And the Japanese was Mamoru Miyano for Kotaro Tatsumi from Zombieland Saga.
Yes. I remember that too, and I was like, yes. Those are the two that I agree with. I agree with Sakurajima Mai for Best Girl and for Mamoru as producer. Because, like I said, dude, only producer son can get away with slapping a high school girl with a loaf of French bread. Only he can get away with it, dude. But, again, that was also another one, too, where you're just kind of like, man, he's a dick. And then at the last episode, you saw his relation with Sakura. You're like, he's a dick with a heart. he's really not that... okay. I get it now. And you're like, oh.
Okay.
Oh. Damn. Fuck. Alright.
See what you did, Zombieland Saga.
I came here for zombies, not for feels. But, yeah, Zombieland was... It had a decent following, but it was another one, too, I felt people slept on a lot.
I still need to watch it. I had a lot of recommendations for it, so I'll probably watch it eventually.
If you can watch Bang Dream, you can watch Zombieland Saga.
Probably. Then we had best opening sequence and best ending sequence. Best opening went to Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah.
And best ending went to Attack on Titan Season 3.
I don't even know what that is. the opening to Darling in the Franxx, I will admit, was pretty solid. It was because it was between that, Franxx, and Yudu Camp. And Yudu Camp, everyone was all like, oh, it's Jackson 5. So and it was very, very 70s pop sounding with the Yudu Camps opening.
But it was so good.
Yeah.
Love that one.
The Darling of the Franxx ending though, Kiss of Death. Yeah, it was pretty good. Like I said, it was like I don't care for Kill La Kill. It was Kill La Kill is kind of dumb. But Darling of the Franxx came and I was like, alright, this is Trigger making a show that doesn't suck. Or it's not like wonton fan service. That's just dumb. It's like dumb. Trigger's just dumb. Trigger ain't made a good show since Panty and Stocking. You got me on tape. Take that for as you will. Alright, that was 9 years ago. Alright, Kill La Kill, overhyped.
I'll agree with that. I didn't really like Gurren Lagann too much. And I've seen like 13 episodes of that. So I think I've seen enough to make an opinion. Kill La Kill, I got like 6 episodes in. If you notice, I haven't finished any of these.
Yeah, it's I don't know, man. But people love Trigger, and I'm just like, why?
Did they do Dead Leaves?
Why? What's up?
Did they do Dead Leaves?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know.
It's like the same art style. That's why I'm asking.
Probably.
It's a movie, though.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of collabs now. We're working like they did Gridman, believe it or not. But they did that with somebody else. Or maybe it was just them. And I loved Gridman. I bought in, and I don't really watch Sentais, let alone Ultraman. Yeah. So when I came into this, yeah, I really was like, huh. And then when I was like, oh yeah, it's Trigger, and I was like, no. But you know, I'm gonna say that the only reason why that one was any good was because it wasn't their original property. Otherwise, like, what's her name? Rika would have been like in a thong or some stupid shit like that. And Akane would have been like in a Speedo or who knows what.
Yeah. We already went over Best Boy and Girl. Mm-hmm. Best Antagonist went to All for One.
They really like Boku Hero, don't they?
Yeah, I disagree with that one. I forget who I voted for, but I disagreed with it.
Was it a DBZ villain?
It might have been. No, it might have been a One Piece.
One Piece?
Anyway, Best Protagonist went to Rimuru.
Rimuru? Wow.
Yeah, he won Best Protagonist.
Wow. Okay, so that's funny that they separated Best Protagonist and Best Boy.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
And then Anime of the Year went to Devilman Crybaby.
Anime of the Year?
Yeah. Went to Devilman Crybaby.
Who voted for this?
Not me. I didn't vote for it. I forget what I voted for, but so it wasn't that.
You're saying Devilman Crybaby literally beat Boku Hero?
Yes. It beat Boku Hero. And everything else that was nominated, whatever they were.
And you're trying to get me to believe this?
I mean, I got this straight from their site. So
I know. It's not on you.
That's what they're saying, that people like Devilman Crybaby more than Boku Hero.
Hell, more than Darling in the Franxx.
Yeah.
What?
So yeah, they really like that one, even though it only was talked about for a few weeks.
Yeah, it didn't even last to the end of the season. No one was talking about it by like March or April. No one was talking about Devilman. Shit, I don't even think Devilman was on Crunchyroll.
No, it's a Netflix only. It's Netflix exclusive. Yeah. So I guess that's a win for Netflix. Good job, Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
gave it to Netflix.
Congratulations, Crunchyroll. You're just as bad as YouTube Rewind.
Yeah.
Who does these things? Who?
I don't. If I did, they'd be better. Well, maybe not. That's debatable. It'd be all my favorite characters and stuff. Yudu Camp would have won best opening.
Yeah, right. so many.
But yeah, that was the awards, and again, they showed this on Twitch. I wonder how many people were in the comments like, "What?"
Oh yeah, I would have loved to watch that chat.
Yeah,
man.
Like I don't agree with really any of these except for Violet Evergarden.
I agree. I agree with Mai, and the fact that she, like you said, she beat Uraraka makes me laugh even more. And then I agree with Mamoru. I agree with him too, because I don't know what my alternatives were, but if he was an option, yeah, I would have gone with that too. You know, and that's saying that I'm not a Steins Gate fan. I've never seen Steins Gate, and I know that that's where he comes from. And I know it's the whole, like, you know, time travel and all that.
Oh, is he the main dude?
He's the main dude, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's constantly being recommended to me.
Right. No. You can play the game on Vita, too.
I'm sure I could. I don't have a Vita, though.
Oh. Let me know. You can borrow mine. But yeah. Yeah, that's him.
Okay. Well, I guess the other one I agreed with was the best VA English for Sabat. Because he's Vegeta, and that's my favorite Dragon Ball character.
Got it.
So.
Yeah.
He's also Piccolo.
It's like 5 different DBZ characters?
Probably. I think so.
Jeez. Well, save some money, I guess.
Yeah.
Well.
He also, I think he's one of the higher-ups in Funimation anyway, isn't he?
Oh. So he's the one that signed off on firing Vic?
I think so. Yeah. Which, that was going to be
Vic.
my next topic, was Dragon Ball Super Brawly.
Rip Vic.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, man. What exactly did you want to say? Did you see the movie?
I did see the movie.
What did you think?
I thought the movie was amazing. As a Dragon Ball fan, who finally seeing Brawly brought into canon along with Gogeta, man, the fight between the two of them was one of the best fights I'd ever seen in Dragon Ball.
You better write that down so you can vote for it at Crunchyroll Awards this year.
Why? They probably just give it to All Might.
And it's funny because in the anime, All Might's not even able to fight anymore.
I know.
Where they're at.
He's just taking a beating.
Yeah.
It's more emotional than it is a fight. Like, it's all about him overcoming everything and taking the win. But that doesn't make it a good fight. That makes it emotional and a good scene, but not a good fight.
You know that All Might's Japanese voice actor is actually Zenki from Street Fighter.
Is it?
Yeah, he does Zenki. I think he's been doing it since Street Fighter 4. Definitely in Street Fighter 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. All Might is Zenki.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I learned that.
But yeah, I saw it in I think it was a Saturday or a Friday. I saw it, and theater was packed. Like, there wasn't really any empty seats except for the ones in the front. Nobody wants to sit there.
You're right.
It was reserved seating, which I was lucky to get a seat. I had to wait 2 hours.
Oh, wow.
I had to change out my ticket because I went with my cousin, her boyfriend, and one of our other cousins, and we couldn't get seats close to each other. So we're like, well, okay, what about the next showing? And that was even worse. So we're like, okay, what about the one at 9? Okay, here's 4 put together. Let's just get those. Kind of sucks. I didn't have a phone at the time, and I had to call my grandmother, be like, hey, look, we're going to a later time, but I couldn't call her because I had no phone. But then we get to the movie, and I was disappointed to find out it was in English. But I should have expected that.
Yeah.
But even still, I thought it was good.
Yeah.
They didn't do a horrible job. Goku was kind of bad. I'm still not 100% on Frieza's voice actor. But Vegeta was good. Piccolo was good. Brawly, Vic, really good. He was really good as Brawly. His screams were awesome. Because he did that most of the movie. His throat must have hurt a lot during recording. But, I mean, it made $30.6 million domestic.
Really?
So,
damn.
I mean, Dragon Ball sells.
Yeah, yes.
There's a ton of Dragon Ball fans. I mean, it's been around since the 80s.
Yes.
I think the 90s in the U.S. So, ton of people going to see it just for the nostalgia. Yeah. And plus, again, Brawly was made canon in this movie, and Brawly is like a fan favorite from the other movies. So, actually having him brought into the official story was big. And they changed his character for the better, in my opinion. Because in the other one, he was just mad at Goku because he was crying as a kid, and it kept him up.
That's so Dragon Ball Z. That is so Dragon Ball Z.
In this one, it's more like the dad is angry at King Vegeta and his whole family because they exiled his son for being stronger than the rest of them, or had more potential to be stronger than Prince Vegeta. And then he went to go get his son back, and then they got stranded on this, like, off planet. And then get found by the Frieza Force later on. And then he's like, oh, wait, you hate Vegeta? Well, I could take you to him. Then we could test out your son's power. And then things just escalate from there. But yeah, 30.6 million domestic, 103 million worldwide.
Jeez.
So it did great. And they better make more movies. That's all I'm going to say. They better bring back just the series.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Dragon Ball Z is pretty popular.
I hadn't heard. I thought I was one of the few.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty underground, you know?
Yeah.
Like Uter Camp. Yeah, no, I don't know. The issue with Vic is so complicated, you know?
Yeah.
It's all over the place. And I've said this a couple of times that I've chosen not to really discuss it because I don't know all the facts.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know all the facts either.
And it's all over the place. And I'm like, I can't, you know, I feel that it's also kind of above my head. So I just kind of like, I just leave it alone. I've seen people talk about it. I've seen videos on it, and I've seen videos from both sides saying how much of a creepo he is. And I will throw that out there. I will say that some of the things he did is creepy and is like, probably shouldn't have done that. It's probably in your best interests to not do it.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't matter what your business is, you just don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't do some of the stuff he did, you know. But at the same time too, when we're in the middle of a cosplay is not consent movement that's been going on for a couple of years now, and he goes and he asks some of these people for permission, and he gets it, and then he like hugs them or gives them a kiss on the cheek. You can't get mad at him because he's literally following your own rules. Again, going back, it's creepy before it even happens, but if he asks
and gets permission,
that's it. He just met your standards. So to go and give him shit for playing the game by your own rules, then what do you want from him?
It's like, well, what rules do we play by now?
Yeah, it's so yeah. Then that's what I'm saying, and then people hear that and they're like, "Oh well," and then it just goes down from there.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the best I can summarize it without going and looking at everyone, because everyone that's said something has their own tale and their own version, and he's gone.
Yeah, they fired him.
Regardless of anything, he's out. He's gone.
Funimation and Rooster Teeth both
Gone.
fired him. I think there was only one company that kept him.
Really?
And I forget what company it is. They do JoJo, because he does a voice for JoJo.
Yes, he did Rohan in Part 4.
Yeah.
Figure.
So yeah, they haven't fired him yet.
Yeah, they probably won't. If they haven't done it by now, I don't see why they would.
Yeah, so he's still got some work.
Yeah,
if they want to bring him back on, but for right now, yeah, they haven't done anything.
Yeah.
I know this whole thing has turned the fans against the voice actress for Bulma and Goku, because they are both very vocal about everything.
Yeah, it will. In the Monica Rial's instance, from what I've gathered, it's because that she said that she was also one of the ones that got creeped on.
Yeah.
But when they had a meeting about Broly, and Vic was actually sitting right next to Monica,
mm-hmm.
and they both were like taking like kind of a boardroom selfie together,
mm-hmm.
and they're in the photo together, and they're both smiling and happy. And he tweets the photo, and he's all like, "Yo, you know, we're just talking DBZ or whatever."
Mm-hmm.
And then Monica is the first comment on the tweet, like, "It was so much fun!" Emoji face,
yeah,
happy emoji face. And you're like, if this is someone that was creepy to you, and you're like, "Oh, he's such a creepo," why would you not only take a picture with him, you're like within arm's length of him, and you're happy reacting to his tweet? All of these are just indications of someone that are you really creeped out by him? Sure don't seem like it. You know, you probably wouldn't even be in the same room with somebody if they creeped you out.
Yeah.
So it's suspicious.
Or if you have to be, you'd be away from him.
Right. It
like in this instance when they're in the that room.
Yeah, you would be on opposite ends, or there would be someone between you guys. It just doesn't look like someone that was being serious about being creeped out. It just doesn't look right. And in this instance where you're trying to get a guy fired and end his career, you should be pretty serious.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, it doesn't matter. He's gone. You know.
Yeah, they've already
got it.
done their thing. And then Sean Schemmel, the voice actor for Goku, he's been pretty vocal about being on, what's her name, Monica?
Yeah.
On her side, and the fans are like rallying against him too.
You know, before you came in, I was watching on YouTube some of these videos. There was actually a video there right there that said like the voice actor for Goku hates his fans or something like that. And I was like, what? What is what?
Because he posted a tweet saying something. Let me see if I can find it.
Okay. And while you're doing that, I'm just also going to say too that I have a conspiracy theory that in at least in terms of video games, where it's like they're coming from Japan, I honestly believe in about 2 to 3 years that there will be no more English dubs in video games. And anime, probably dubs will keep going because that has a huge nostalgia factor. But in terms of video games, I think that dubs might be going the way of the dodo.
So they might just stick with subs now.
In video games, yes.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I mean, I always switch over the Japanese and English subtitles anyway.
Exactly. When you have games like FGO where it's just pure Japanese, and you know that game's making money hand over fist, you know, why are they going to waste resources on getting like dual audio and putting it's just a time sink, and then people just immediately go and turn it off anyways.
Yeah.
So it just seems like why you can just pay 4 translators to translate the game, and you're done. Yeah, I that's what it is. And so how this affects people like Vic is that if he's not going to get video game work, his only option basically is anime or to go work for a Western developer, EA, Bethesda, BioWare, one of those guys, Activision, Blizzard, one of those guys.
Yeah.
And I don't know how much work he's done outside of anime. I only know that he does anime work, honestly. I don't even know if he's been in video games.
Well, all the Dragon Ball ones.
Oh.
I don't know if he's been anything else, though.
Yeah.
I think he did a voice in Berserk.
Probably.
Gaston.
Okay.
I think he was Gaston in Berserk, the original one.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know much else that he's done. I'm having a hard time finding this. I know he deleted it. Mm-hmm. So I'm trying to find somebody who may have screenshotted it.
Oh, okay.
Because he posted it and then said, I'm going to be deleting this soon, and then deleted it.
Jeez. This is the voice actor for Goku?
Yeah, for Goku.
Everyone's going crazy.
No, I can't find this. Well, anyway. Yeah, he basically said something about the fans and definitely made them mad.
That's very un-Goku-like.
Yeah. Well, it might be kind of Goku-like, because sometimes Goku makes the fans mad.
Dish.
Yeah.
Okay, fair. Then he was in character.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the fans are turning on both of them.
What a mess.
And just going to have to see what's going to happen with that. I doubt they're going to get rid of either of them.
Yeah, no. I think that they axed the problem. They got rid of Vic. So as far as they're concerned, I'm sure they think that this is just the end of it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but I don't really know a whole lot about it. Like, I haven't looked up much about the whole thing.
Yeah, it's hard. It's rough. It's rough because you want to give everyone a fair shake at this.
I forget what convention. There was a convention that actually. I saw a tweet someone posted saying, where can we go to, everybody put out your, Stand with Vic signs and stuff like that. And this convention said, yes, let us know so we know who to get arrested.
Pensacon.
Yes.
Pensacola, Florida.
That was it.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't think you can actually arrest people for that.
No, you can't.
No.
So what they did is they amended it. They took that down and they changed it to say, like, anyone that's just caught talking about Vic at Pensacon, straight up, you're going to be kicked. They're just going to take your badge and kick you out. And they were like, it doesn't matter if you're for or against him, if you're doing it or protesting it or whatever, and we catch you, you're out. You're gone. So it's like,
Yeah.
He,
seems to be a very big deal.
yeah, it's.
I need to know more, though, to give a bigger opinion on it.
I knew something was up when in like 2009, and I went to AX, and they had actually put him at the Nokia Arena, and you had to buy a separate ticket just to go to his panel at the Nokia Arena. I was like, who is this guy, and why would I ever buy a separate ticket to go to his panel? What?
And I didn't realize this, I didn't know this until recent, that he was also the voice for Edward Elric.
Yes, that was his debut.
Metal. I didn't know that.
Well, probably not his debut, but it was like the one that got him recognized. That's the one that kickstarted his career. So,
okay. Because I'm going to be completely honest here, everybody. I do not know voice actors.
I don't know American or English voice actors.
I don't know either.
Yeah,
American, Japanese, Chinese, Brazilian, whatever. I don't know them.
Japanese voice actors. Like I said, we watched JoJo, and everyone instantly knew the bad guy of the week was Bakugo. So it's you. It's like Goblin Slayer. You get used to it.
I mean, I'll recognize a voice, but I won't be like, "Hey, that's this guy."
Yeah,
I won't do that because I'll be like, I might recognize a character he played, and I'll be like, "That's like Sugimoto," or from Golden Kamuy, or that's, like you said, Bakugo from My Hero, who is also Rin from Blue Exorcist.
Correct. I'm finding something else now.
But that's how I know voice actors. I just know characters they played. I don't know names. But, yeah. I don't know. I need to get more versed in voice actor names, though.
I'm finding this article right now. Top 10 seiyuu with angelic voices. Number 1, Hanazawa Kana. That is the one who did Red Blood Cell, and she is the number 1 apparently. She's been in a bunch like Monogatari. She was the one who did the Renai circulation. You know, the Sen. No, that's her. She was in Senran Kagura. She was in Prison School. She was Hana, the blonde one.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
Okay. And then now she's currently in the quintessential quintuplets as the one that I liked. Right. Shota Aoi. Number 3, Inori Minase, Hestia. Mamiko Noto. Oh, this just sounds familiar. Hayami Saori. Yumeko Jabami. Kokoro. A bunch of fake characters, FGO characters.
Okay.
Bunch of them. Hayami Saori. Also, you saw Tanya?
I did see Tanya.
She was the other one, the Natalia.
The one that was kind of like her sidekick?
Yeah,
kinda?
her sidekick. Yeah,
okay.
That was her.
All right.
So, Oguro Yui, Tamura Yukari, Kaji Yuki. Oh, wow. Ai Kayano, that's Darkness. Ai Kayano.
It's good to know she made the list.
Misaki Kuno. Yeah, she's number 8. Ai Kayano.
No, not your favorite one?
Well, like I said, there's a couple on here that I like, but Hayami Saori, I think, at 5th place is probably my favorite. I love Hayami Saori. She's usually really, really legit on all the things that she does. Very consistent. And I thought it was funny that she was in Tanya, and Aoyuki was the crazy one, and Hayami Saori was the more quiet, reserved one. But then Hayami Saori does Kakigurui, and she does Yumeko Jabami, and she's the crazy one now. And Aoyuki goes to Aho Girl and is the stupid one.
The best one.
The best.
Well, the best Aoyuki.
Yeah, the best Aoyuki.
I don't even know if I would say she was the best girl in that show. I kind of like the
vice president or the president.
Yeah,
class president.
Yeah,
that was Sumire. That's like Fubuki from Kantai Collection. All those ones. So,
okay.
Yeah, but Sugita does Akun. So it's like I shipped the fuck out of that. Aoyuki and Sugita. Oh man, that was great. But then it didn't help that when Wotakoi happened and it was fucking Miyuki Sawashiro and Sugita, and I was like, wait, no, that's my ship right there. Miyuki Sawashiro, Sugita, they're the best. Oh, they're the best. Oh, my Kokoro, can they get married? please get married and have beautiful voice acting children. So, yeah, what can I say? Controversy is controversy, man. Controversy is everywhere.
Yeah, especially recently.
Yeah,
there's been a lot of it. But
I don't even. I'm looking at my section right now for video games. I'm almost like, you know what? I almost want to save this for next time. We're gonna do this in 2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks.
We'll do video games.
Do video games in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All right.
Let me. What time is it?
It is gonna be 10. It is 10:30.
It's 10:30. All right. So I'm gonna wrap this up with some FGO stuff real quick because we're getting a bunch of stuff. Let's touch off with the JP side. I believe we have 2 more days left in the JP Valentine's Day event.
Okay.
And it's funny that we're talking about Kayano Ai because the newest character, Murasaki Shikibu, is actually voiced by Kayano Ai. And I don't know if you saw this, but we now are 3 for 4 of the Konosuba main cast in FGO now.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me that.
Takahashi Rie, Awa Sora, basically Aqua, and Kayano Ai are all in FGO now as characters.
That's basically Megumin, Aqua, and Darkness, right?
Yes. So we're missing Kazuma, but Kazuma is too busy being fucking Gabiru over there being an idiot. So we really need him to hurry up. So it's like, come on, bro, we're waiting on you.
I wouldn't even mind Wiz.
So here you go. So of course, like not even 24 hours later, that's their characters. That's the character that Aqua voices. That's Mashu Takahashi Rie, and that's Kayano Ai as Murasaki Shikibu. So yeah, Aqua does the blonde Valkyrie from
Awesome.
Lost Belt. So there you go.
Man, they're fast.
There you go.
You're gonna have to send me that one.
Yeah. So as you can see, that's our chat icon.
I saw. Yeah.
So Murasaki Shikibu, and Murasaki Shikibu is a Japanese literature artist. She did The Tale of Genji, one of the oldest, Japanese poets. And so there you go. That's what she draws. So, like I said, the internet works very fast. By the way, I just want you to know Uwu Zone.
No Uwu.
No Uwu.
Okay.
So, her design though was drawn by Raita, who drew Mama Raiko and Shuten. So
that explains a lot.
Yeah, that's why she has huge boobs. And I rolled the shit out of her. So
I remember seeing your post when you got her.
Yeah, I don't whale in JP because it's just not my main server. I'm a main of USA, but because it was Raita, I was like, fuck it, I'm all in. I'm going for it. But they love to make her like the senpai of Osakabe Hime, and Osakabe Hime loves to draw and stuff. So
yeah,
it's an author's thing. So
I like that it says R18.
Yes, because Osakabe Hime is always doing dojins for Comiket, so she's always on deadline. By the way, I heard you like raccoons, so
Raccoon Police Department.
Yes,
not even Raccoon City, just Raccoon Police.
Just
Department.
Raccoon PD. Yeah, it's so much stuff. Oh, by the way, Princess Bitch, she offers you Valentine's Day.
No.
There you go. Rise of Ballistic Shield Hero.
Wow.
So, yeah, like I said, this is the kind of stuff that I need to be forwarding onto the group page.
It is.
So,
this is gold.
Yeah. So if you're playing FGO JP, I wish you luck. I haven't even really started, so I think I have about 36 hours to grind. And our Valentine's event is going to end in another 48 hours. Like, we have 2 hours to get in and clean up our own event, so I have to do 2 events doing cleanup in 48 hours, more or less. Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be fun. But after that, they announced that the Fate Extra CCC event, which I don't have my copy of Fate Extra CCC. I think I put it away. That's coming back in JP, and so it's fun because you get BB, who is another personality of Mato Sakura in Fate, and what's funny is that Kana Ueda is, she was sick. She got released from the hospital, but I'm pulling it up. Today, they announced that she is going to be at the FGO Road Tour in USA. So in SoCal, that's the voice actress for Mato Sakura. She's going to be replacing Kana Ueda. So I wasn't really big on it because I had met Kana Ueda at EVO in Vegas. But now I'm looking at this and I'm all like, Noriko Shitaya is going to be there. And I'm like, fuck! So, I mean, only thing I can really hope for is that she comes back for AX. Because if I was to ever go, I would go to the AX show. And in context, they're combining the FGO Road Tour in USA with the premiere of Heaven's Feel Part 2.
Okay.
So on Saturday night, it's going to be Heaven's Feel debuting in the movie theaters. And then on Sunday is going to be the event. And then, because she voices Mato Sakura, and Mato Sakura is like the main character of this one, it makes sense that she would be there. And it almost makes me wonder why they even bothered with Kana Ueda at all.
You're right.
They should have just brought her out to begin with. It's all like, the movie is about Sakura. Here's fucking Sakura. Go crazy. But that's pretty cool, though, that instead of just, like, not getting anybody, they got another main character. And she does a bunch of characters in FGO in the actual game, too. Yeah. Yeah, not only does she do all of the Sakura faces, so she does BB, Melt Lilith, Passion Lip. She also just did, in the most recent, the China story, she did Liang Yu. And I love Liang Yu. She's a great, big sister. Protects your sleep from all those creepy women. Liang Yu is amazing. So that's going to be cool. But in Japan, FGO JP, Fan Extra CCC event, which is great because we're going to be getting that in about a month in America. So I'm kind of like, I get to do some homework. I get to do some research because I can do it real quick in JP and find out how it's going to be in America. And I don't know if I'm going to roll, though.
Right.
Because I want Kiata in my USA account, not my JP account. So I'm going to roll for Kiata. I'm ready for that. But yeah, that's going to be my USA account. The Traveling Circus continues. The Traveling Circus is where we got that information about the Babylonia anime.
Right.
That's where they released that shot of Ishtar in anime form. And then that's where they also announced that the Fate Extra CCC event is coming back. And so the Traveling Circus is pretty fun. And there was another announcement, too, that they made. I just can't recall right now in JP. But the USA Road Tour, I believe, is this weekend in SoCal. So that's where the voice actress for Sakura is going to be there. The voice actor for Arash and Gilda Ray's Gills, he's going to be there as well. Heaven's Feel debuts Saturday night. The event goes down. I think it was like a kind of a pre-show after the movie. Right. Because I think you have like a 2 or 3 hour gap from when the movie ends to get to the venue to just kind of hang out. And then the venue is, or the event will be all day Sunday from like 10 to 6. So yeah. But what was interesting was that we always said, why did they ever not contact any FGO like YouTubers or streamers? And so they actually reached out to Kita-shan, who is the only guy really that I go out of my way to watch in terms of getting FGO news. So they tapped him to plug the road tour, and it was kind of funny and surreal because, you know, he's doing it, and it was about, I think he did it at the beginning of this month, and he said that tickets are still available, and I was thinking, well, how would tickets still be available if Fate is so popular? And I was like, it's because everyone's waiting for the AX show. Yeah. No one really wants to go, you know, in February. It's SoCal, just, you know. And it's only really on Sunday. It's 10 to 6 on a Sunday, and that's kind of why I was like, So, if I was to go to the FGO Road Tour, it would be for the AX show. Because they would have the FGO stop, they would have the FGO stuff, but then afterwards, I have all of Anime Expo to explore. Right. So, if I go and hit this up, I would definitely go to the AX show. So I have been kind of keeping my Anime Expo weekend available in case, like, if they announce Takahashi DA, Aoi Yuki, I'm out. fucking, I'm on vacation. This is my request. I need a hotel. I'm renting a car. I'm going. So if they announce Takashi Aoyuki at the FGO Road Tour AX, I'm gone. So
Right.
that's what it would take to get me to go to LA. So I think that the Road Tour is a good idea, and it's kind of like the American version of the traveling circus in Japan. So
Right.
I think that that's pretty cool because this is what the fan base has been crying over. They're like, we want the Japanese treatment. So they're literally giving you the Japanese treatment, and it's pretty cool. We're seeing more and more quartz, and tonight was the beginning of the challenge quests,
Right.
which is basically like a boss rush mode of all the story chapter bosses. So you just get to go and fight them. But now they're introducing a new gimmick that was going to be introduced in the new story chapter, but they're introducing it now with these challenge quests. And so it's going to be kind of interesting to see how people freak out. People that don't know what they're doing, how they're going to take it.
Yeah.
Again, I consider myself lucky that I played the JP account. Even if it wasn't my main account, I played it for a minute.
Right.
So I know what's going on. But that's pretty fun. And you get some summoning tickets to summon some characters, so you know. And with that, I mean, we're coming up on the next story chapter, which I know I said was like, oh no, we're done talking about controversies for the night, and it's like, no, this one had a controversy too. I don't know if I still have it, but in a nutshell, we get introduced to the new character Emiya Alter. So everyone knows Shiro.
Yeah.
Everyone knows what an altar is, and so do I have it? Yes.
Is this
So-
the black one?
Yeah, so they basically lightened his skin. So
Ah.
and it's all like, believe it or not, I didn't know. I didn't know. I knew who the character was. He actually just looked like Enrico Pucci from JoJo Part 6.
Right.
Enrico Pucci was a priest, but he was like corrupted by Dio. So there's actually a flashback sequence from like during the JoJo Part 3 time, and Enrico Pucci was kind of like one of Dio's followers.
Right.
And then fast forward to JoJo Part 6, and he becomes the main villain, you know. He's all like, I'm going to finish Dio's work, you know, Dio. But he looks like Emiya Alter.
Okay.
Like, almost like they ripped it off. But apparently the story goes that Emiya Alter was created because originally his skin browned because he continually used his magic circuits.
Okay.
And it caused, it fried him, basically. Fried him from the inside out. And that's what caused him to go from Shiro to Emiya. And that's why, he browned. But then with Emiya Alter, it was almost like he just kind of lost control and just kept going. And so it didn't stop with just the bronzing. It went full on dark. Like
Yeah.
it literally burned him out. And so it's not ill intent per se.
Right.
There is a reason why he got dark. And it's just because, and I don't even think like Emiya Alter per se is like evil. Like Saber Alter, evil. Pretty fucking evil. John Alter, pretty fucking evil. Emiya Alter, I'm not quite sure if he was evil per se. I don't think he did that, because just like how Okita Alter is not evil, even though Okita has the Alter title. I don't know if Emiya Alter was. I think Emiya Alter just was like, because this story and the other ones that are coming out are all side stories to begin with. They have no bearing on the overall FGO story.
Right.
So these are all kind of like what if storylines. So this Emiya Alter is a what if creation of that. But I don't know if he's necessarily evil. I've even heard some people say he is the vision of what Kiritsugu from Fate Zero would have had if he raised and trained Emiya. Because this Emiya doesn't use bows, he uses guns.
Okay.
Straight up fucking like diva guns, like guns like that. More, no, I take that back. Not diva, Reaper. Like his guns are like that,
Reaper gun.
like a foot long barrel. And his Noble Phantasm animation is pretty cool too. I don't really plan on rolling the Shinjuku banner because they have no characters I'm interested in.
Right.
But I am interested in the story. And I don't know if I said this on my pre-show ramble or not, but I I know that we have the Babylonia anime coming out this year, but I believe wholeheartedly that once the Babylonia and Camelot animes are done, the next FGO anime is probably going to be this Shinjuku chapter, because it's pretty fucking popular.
Yeah.
And the Jalter, Salter, casual Shinjuku outfits, pretty popular. Pretty popular cosplays. They are turning in all of these Epic of Remnant storylines into manga. And usually when the manga comes out, that's usually a good indication about an incoming anime. So I'm not surprised if we'll see that, if we'll see a Shinjuku anime. And I kind of want to see it because it's kind of fun. I don't want to spoil the story because there might be some people that really don't know what's going on.
Right.
But just know that that'll be coming in about 2 weeks, maybe. And if you've gotten this far in the podcast and you're still listening, be sure to go and like and share share the post, share on the tweet, because doing so gets you 10 quartz. So that's 3 rolls, or at least gets you closer to a 10 roll. So, yeah. And I think so. I kind of dabbled in it, and I read a little bit of it in Japanese using my basic knowledge of hiragana. So it's pretty fun. And Edmond Dantes running around like Batman, I think, is pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to being able to read it. I don't know really. I don't have a dog in the fight of the Darkening versus Lightning Emiya Alter issue. I don't really have a dog in that fight, but I will say that if he enters the normal summoning pool, so he can just show up. And if he does so in my game, I'll probably use him. Quite honestly, I'll probably use him. He's actually much better than his regular form.
Yeah.
I mean that's not saying much. Regular Emiya Archer is middle of the pack, but Emiya Alter, as most alters are usually better than their original forms, Emiya Alter is actually really pretty solid. So.
Okay.
So, the Shinjuku is coming. Get engaged in the campaign. It also it's giving us the assassin of Shinjuku. Is it Keen something? But he is apparently super like Bishonen, very popular among the Japanese female fans. So that'll be fun. And yeah, I think that there's gonna be a lot more coming. And then after Shinjuku, I believe we'll have Gura Gura. So that'll be Nobunaga and Okita again. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, be ready. It's coming. Share those posts. Get 10 quartz. We can do this. I have faith in you guys as a community. That's all I got. That's all I got. I'm done rambling.
Okay. Well, my section will be kind of short on the video games, because I'm just going to talk about the Bang Dream game, and I don't know how many of you play it, but right now they got the Persona 5 crossover event going on. They've a lot of Persona stuff going on.
Yeah, you never see it coming.
Yeah. They have 3 songs that were added to the game.
Okay.
Life Will Change.
Okay.
Kimi no Kyoku, and Reach Out to the Truth. Let me see. I don't know if you watch my reactions and you know the bands. But Life Will Change is done by Poppin' Party. That's the main band.
Okay.
Kimi no Kyoku is done by Rosalia. They're like a goth rock band.
Okay.
And Reach Out to the Truth is done by Afterglow. That's with Ran, the one that's HH.
The mascot of Hentai.
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
They're actually the main band that's being focused on in the event.
Okay.
That's why when I showed you those images earlier, they had Ran.
Got it.
Let me see. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Every single character gets an outfit that's kind of like a Persona outfit.
Huh.
If I can get them up here, I could show you. Gallery. Afterglow. Let me see. I don't know how Persona this is, because I've never played Persona. This is Mocha.
Oh, that's Futaba. That's Futaba's persona form. That's yeah.
So that's Mocha.
Nice.
Tomoe. I'm gonna do a full screen thing here so you can actually see the whole outfit.
Oh, that's Queen. That's Makoto in her persona form.
Hopefully you all know Persona. And Ran, or HH, whichever one you prefer.
That's actually Haru's persona itself. That's like the actual persona.
The actual persona?
That's that's the actual persona. It's the way that her it's was it Lady, I think. Lady? Yeah.
This is the last one I have. I don't have the final one.
Okay.
So.
Okay, and that's actually Haru. That's Haru herself. That's Haru's outfit. Yeah. So the other one was Haru's persona.
Why are you upside down?
And that's actually Haru.
Because I'm not holding it upside down. There you go.
Yeah. That's the outfit that I'd get, because Haru is the best. Haru is waifu.
That one you get just by playing the event. You get points, and if you get a certain amount of points, you just get that outfit.
Nice.
So you don't even have to roll a gacha, which I had to do for Ran.
Gotcha.
And the other one that I'm missing is Himari. I don't know who she's supposed to be, but she's the only one I'm missing, and she's... Let me see. I can actually show you the outfit still, actually. This one.
Okay, so that's On's persona outfit. Like that's how she looks in the metaverse. All of those were pretty much how they look in the metaverse.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, so that's kind of like their Phantom Thieves outfit.
Yeah, because in the event they're Phantom Thieves.
There you go.
The girls from Afterglow, and they're sent on a quest to go steal a treasure from Kokoro.
Oh, that's funny.
Who is like the rich character in. She's the lead singer to Hello Happy World. Very eccentric.
That's funny.
And very rich. Like, she has people following her around that'll do stuff just to make her happy. Like, she wanted to fly, so she had her mascot character, Michelle. Mm-hmm. Her people made her like an Iron Man type setup for her suit so that she could fly.
Oh my god. What is this game?
And Kokoro, this is in the show actually.
Oh man.
She jumped from a 3rd-story window and did cartwheels right afterwards. So
what is this? This is about idols, right?
No, they're rock bands.
They're rock.
The only idol group in the show is Pastel Palettes. They're a legit idol group.
Okay.
But they play their own instruments. But yeah, the event's going on till I think the 22nd.
Okay.
After that, we get the White Day event. Because they already did their Valentine's Day event.
Okay.
Which was pretty funny. Mocha, I showed you her. Mm-hmm. You learn in that she made it a habit to go to a certain bakery and eat an entire cake.
Ouch.
And then she was still going to all the shops buying chocolate for Valentine's Day so she could try them all out.
Okay. Goals.
They asked her, you're getting stuff for Afterglow, right? Like, all of you from Afterglow are going to be trading chocolates. And she's like, yeah. And they're like, so what did you get them? Because she had a bag. And she goes, no, those are mine. those only come out once a year. So those are mine. I'll get them something from the convenience store.
Oh, Jesus. It's hardcore.
So yeah, they got the Persona thing going. Which it's actually pretty cool because they changed up the whole setup for the songs when they play.
Yeah.
I guess to be more Persona-like.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know, but I still have to read the story. But so far, it's been pretty interesting. So if you like Bang Dream and you haven't played the game, just try it out. It's a rhythm game.
Yeah.
If you liked Rock Band or Guitar Hero or even like what are those Japanese ones?
I mean the rhythm games basically.
Yeah.
I know like the Love Live is one that you can get on the phone.
I tried the Love Live one. I didn't like it.
Okay.
But don't compare it to Love Live.
Okay. Not Love Live then.
But more like Guitar Hero and Rock Band.
Yeah.
The way it's set up.
Yeah. So those rhythm games.
Yeah, those rhythm games. Yeah. So if you like rhythm games, you'll like this. And plus, like I said, the Persona thing is going on. Then the White Day. There's an event every week, guys.
And they look pretty legit. All things considered, the Persona costumes actually look pretty good.
They did a good job.
I'm impressed.
And they also have all their voices. You can do it with all the voices or without. They give you the option. So if you don't want to waste all your space on your phone with voice like files, you can say no voices. I want all the voices though, so I download all of them.
Nice.
But yeah, it's a good event. There's like I said, 3 songs just from this event that were added.
Nice. And
then whatever else is out, I think there's like another 30. No, there's over 100 songs that you could play. Most of them are like original songs, but then they have the cover songs. So yeah, just like Rock Band or Guitar Hero.
Right.
Except all the cover songs are anime opening themes.
Wow.
I've mentioned this before. They have Redo from ReZero. They have the opening theme for Rurouni Kenshin. They have the opening theme for Your Lie in April. They have a couple songs from K-On! A couple Evangelion. They have Black Lagoon. So, you know, if it's something you feel like you're interested in, go ahead and check it out. You could add me. I'll try to get my name on there. So if you do download it, you can add me on there. But I'm willing to play with anybody. I have nobody to play with. So
can I treat it like the manga and just go watch the anime?
I don't know if there is a manga.
I know. I'm just saying.
Actually, I think there are a couple.
Oh yeah? Wow. I was like with JoJo. It's all like read the manga now, just watch the anime.
Yeah.
So with Bang Dream, just play the game. No, I'll just watch the anime.
I mean, I got into them. I got into the anime by playing the game.
Right.
I just saw it on the store. I was like, "What is this?" Downloaded it, played it, and now it's like one of my favorite things.
Man.
Because I like every single character. There's not one character in that series that I dislike.
Even the Hentai Haven?
Yeah, even Ran. Ran's really cool. There's like somebody in there for everybody. Nice. That's all I'm going to say. They got all different types of personalities and deres and stuff like that. You got your tsunderes. They don't have a yandere, though.
Oh.
Not yet.
And
Give it time.
If you don't S-rank this song, you're dead.
Yeah. I think the only thing they don't have is like an Ojo-sama. Kokoro could have been that, but she doesn't do the laugh.
Oh, disappointed.
Yeah, she's funny though.
Right on.
But
maybe I'll take you up on it and check it out.
Yeah, check it out. I could use somebody to play with. Just lonely. Plus, I can't get the final what do you call it? Trophy. Because I don't have people to play with. Because the final one is you got to play multiplayer with friends.
Oh.
5 times.
Oh.
And yeah.
All right, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll figure something out.
I mean, you already know I have Fate Grand Order.
Yeah.
I just hardly play it.
Yeah.
I did roll a couple times during that. Whatever event is going on now.
Yeah.
Did not get anybody good.
Boo.
But I don't expect to because I don't put a whole lot of money into it.
Yeah. That's how you make your dreams come true. Throw money at it.
Not like Bang Dream. You could put a whole lot of money in there and not get the character you want.
Oh, that's lame. That's lame.
Like, I hate to admit this, but I put $100 in once.
Ooh.
And I did not get the character I wanted. Or any of the event characters. So if you think Fate Grand Order is bad, Bang Dream will waste a lot of your money.
Bang Dream, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
Man.
But, that's basically all I got for that. Like I said, mine was short. Because I know a whole lot of people don't really play.
Yeah, and I have a couple of video game related topics, but I think we'll save that for the next time. I think that this one going deep into anime and getting caught up on the season, I think was very important.
Yeah.
And the video game stuff, when we meet in 2 weeks, I'll just keep it written down and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So.
The anime portion will be short because I mean it's not gonna be at a month and a half, 2 months.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
And we can focus more on the video games.
Totally.
Because we do have a lot to talk about that.
Yeah.
But for now, that's all we have. Be sure to comment and let us know what you think about some of the things we said about whatever anime we're watching, the controversy with Vic,
controversy with Crunchyroll Awards.
the Crunchyroll Awards. Did you agree with their outcomes, or who did you vote for if you voted?
Yeah, did you watch the stream? Did you comment in the chat?
Yeah.
And then in anything too, like with any of the other shows too, as always, if you guys have any recommendations that were not mentioned, fire away. I'm still down. I'm catching up on most of this stuff now, and within the next week or two. But hopefully by the time we do this again, I should be completely caught up. So if there's anything that is really cool and we're missing, please let us know. I'm down to check it out.
Yep. I still got stuff I need to start watching. So
Totally.
yeah.
And again, welcome. Happy 2019. Looking forward to doing this for the long haul. We're back. And you know what? I will call Roman's challenge. And if we can hit 6K subs, I'm down to do a giveaway.
Oh yeah.
We can. Yeah,
I got a
accept
ton of
the work.
stuff I could give away.
Yeah. So let's hit the 6K goal. Let's aim for a 6K goal, and then we'll do a giveaway.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested,
so if we can
do
get
it.
another, like less than 2,000, because we're a little over. I think like 4,100 right now.
Okay.
So if we can get like 1,900 subs
yeah.
by well, let's not say the next time we do this, but give them a month.
Yeah. Well, I mean, whatever.
Month or
Let's,
two.
as soon as you guys hit the goal.
Okay,
Whatever.
that sounds better.
As soon as you hit the goal.
I don't want to
yeah,
be unreasonable.
No time frame. No time frame. You guys, let's hit the goal. Let's be realistic about this. Let's hit the goal, and then we'll do something to celebrate.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm down for that. So let's go.
Unfortunately, I think the giveaway would have to be U.S. only,
Fair enough.
because there's a lot of rules with overseas stuff.
Okay. Fair.
That's why most people don't do it. I looked it up. I wanted to do a giveaway for the channel
Yeah.
and include everybody,
Hey.
but every country has like their own rules, and then you got to follow all of them.
Got it.
So unfortunately, it would have to be U.S. only.
Okay. Well,
If we can, we might do something for an international giveaway later on, but
Totally.
we got to look more into it and
yeah.
see what we can do.
and I'm down for that too, because I don't want. If I can include everybody, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'll pay the extra. I'll take care of the extra. Make sure everyone can party. So yeah, let's hit that. Let's hit 6K. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's go for it.
Let's go for that.
All right.
So I hope you all enjoyed this podcast. I know I had a lot of fun doing this one. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
we'll talk to you all again in 2 weeks.
All right, y'all. Take it easy. We'll see you in the next one.
Yep. Bye.